What is up there, workforce? Chris here with Work To Game, and I need to do a little bit of auction house and market board tonight. So I'm going to be doing them simultaneously because a lot of those tasks on WoW take time. So because these add-ons can kind of do some of the work for me, I can switch back and forth, and I can manage my market board while I do this. Let me jump over to moving all of this out of the way. Yes, and jump back to WoW. So should be plenty to kind of just manage here. If I actually make this a tiny bit more professional, I can pop out chat, and then it shouldn't mess with you guys quite as much. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So it logged me out. No big deal. And we'll jump back over and post more auctions. So basically this add-on here, for anybody that's new, what's going on, Kai? I'll be jumping back and forth between games, trying to make lots of money. I got 2 keyboards in front of me, and we'll just get everything good and listed. In WoW, I run like thousands of auctions listed at a time when I'm actively interacting with the market board. And in Final Fantasy, if they would make an add-on, I would do the very same thing. But since they don't support open API support, we don't have the same add-ons. You got a tip for me? What's up? All right, here we go. If I want it, I will gladly take any advice you got. Oh, my battery is low. All right. Now, so we're gonna keep turning all this stuff over. This is just my bank character, so I just keep all this stuff, and I run through all these auctions once every 2 to 7 days. It's a lot of stuff. It's various things I've used for leveling, or things that were profitable and then for some reason didn't sell before somebody came in and cut that market down. All right, here we go. I'm assuming you can hear me nice and well here. So, like these Playful Frost skins, they've gone up and down in value. So when they're up in value, I own a bunch of them, and when they're down in value, they just sit in my storehouse. The nice thing about MMOs is they suffer from rampant inflation, and so if something's not worth it now, but it's something like a pet, it will be worth it later. Like it will go up in value, period. Gear doesn't have that same protection, but things like pets do. You've been buying all the cheap mats while people were throwing them away for over a month, like 1 gold for Pagos water and all that, and tomorrow you'll list. Oh, nice. Yeah. 5 of each. That's huge. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'll definitely have to take a look and see what my server is supporting. Okay. So that clears out my bank, and then if we jump back over here, I've got another 346 expired auctions. So while it's pulling those out, jump back over here. Wrong mouse. That's the problem with having too many mice. Because I play on PlayStation. Come on. Wake up. Yes. I am. Why did it do that? That was so weird. I had all this. Yes, I had my mouse hooked up. Oh, maybe the battery's low. I know the controller battery's low because my PlayStation 4 controller battery stopped holding like a decent charge forever ago. Huh. I think maybe I need new batteries. All right. So that cycled that. All right. Just ride the trends, cash in on lazy people. That is solid advice in any gaming economy. People don't treat in-game money like real money, but it behaves in many of the same ways. There are certain market protections because, like, for example, if you're selling food, this food never expires. The other side of that is this food is only good for the current level range. So when an expansion comes out and we have better food, there isn't, you know, like, nobody out levels bananas in real life. So like it definitely has some different rules, but the basic economics should hold true. All right. And we will post scan. What's going on, Nick? Thank you. We are going to... There we go. Yeah, it looks like I need to... this keyboard's going dead a lot. No big deal. I mean, I don't know why the mouse would disconnect is the problem. So the mouse shouldn't be dead. We'll try swapping batteries and see if that fixes it. And if it does, that's great. And if it doesn't, well, I say that. I may not have any more batteries in here. Let's try these. Oh, I'm getting a little sniffly. There's been too many weather changes. We've had like 40-degree swings lately, and that just messes with me. Which, being from Texas, like, I mean, it's been like that my whole life, but it just, I swear every year as I get a little bit older, it gets a little bit harder to deal with the temperature swings. Nope, those batteries are dead. Switch back over to WoW and see how that's coming. Yeah, so what this is doing is it's scanning everything for me. Thanks, Ant. Did my video go live last night? This morning? This morning? I feel like it was this morning. I feel like last night was Brian. Brian and I were talking about some articles that came out about WoW and Final Fantasy subscriptions, and he put out a video on that lots of people are watching. Guess everybody else found that interesting too. I mean, Final Fantasy people have always said Final Fantasy is better, and WoW people have always said WoW is better. It's interesting that for one time, like, some of my friends that play WoW say Final Fantasy seems to be doing really well. So there's a core difference there. What's going on, Emily? All right. Jump back over to this. Okay. Yes. Open. Haha. I need to put that authenticator back on this. Yeah, this keyboard's just not staying connected. Let me at least get in. See if it'll do better. I can go get more batteries. They're just over there instead of being right here where I'm already sitting down. And I hurt my knee snowboarding, so I've been try not to walk so much. Yes. Okay. Jump back. And we'll post these. Another 109 auctions. What's going on, Rezo? What's going on, Ricky? Nidhogg Extreme Farm. Very cool. I need to go farm extremes for mounts. It's just one of those things I never seem to get to. I'm going to actually close Discord and take these headphones off if they're not going to stay charged. Alright. We'll just play without headphones. My voice sounds so much... And these are all items that, like, for example, like, this item costs 37 gold to craft, and it's currently selling at 27 gold. So my add-on automatically says, like, obviously you don't want to sell it at a loss. It costs more to make it right now, so just wait. Go. And now we can right-click to clean up bank. That'll sort it for tomorrow. Well, probably not for a few days. I won't do it right away. You played 14 for hardcore on PS4. Right, so, I mean, it's absolutely like going to two different hamburger places. Like, they are different solutions to the same problem. So they're both multiplayer, they're both RPGs, they both have multiple classes, they both have you run in small groups or solo or in large groups. They both have content of varying levels, they both have systems outside of PvE for when you're bored to keep you busy. So, like, at the bones, they're very, very similar. But how they fleshed it out, totally different. So I can appreciate both, but I understand why one might not be somebody's taste. All right. Let's see if this is gonna... Yep, I'm gonna need batteries for this. Start. Let me in. The data center. In we go. Right there. Open mail. 213 more to go. Problem is that people have lives. I don't know. Universal basic income so that we can play video games? I think when people talk about universal basic income, that's not what they're talking about it for, but, you know, it's a logical choice. I'm going to go get 2 batteries. I'll be right back. Great success. We'll see if these work. See if this fixes it. We can open more mail while we do that, though. Ideally, there's some money in one of these, because this is a lot of auctions to expire for nothing to have sold. You're back at doing some leveling on your sister's character. You are always leveling something, Emily. You are always leveling something. Alright. You're the ultimate power leveling service for those around you. Alright. So my inventory's full here. I was like, why isn't it still collecting mail? So we'll go list another round. Yeah, so like right now listed on the auction house, this character has 255 live auctions totaling to 1.3 million gold. It's not about that will sell for 1.3 million. It's that if each auction has a 1% chance of selling, then if you have 100 auctions, ideally one of them sells. So it's about hedging bets. Okay. Let's see if this stays connected. If it does, we'll throw these other batteries in the trash. If it doesn't, I don't know what the issue is. I don't know if my keyboard is detecting somewhere else. Keyboard. Keyboard level. Set up Bluetooth keyboard. It should just have the one. Yes, it does. The magic keyboard. Beautiful. I feel like something else is grabbing it. Okay. I mean, I cannot imagine doing the market board without my keyboard. I thought swapping batteries would do it. You guys have any ideas? Getting the impression the MMO crowd is aging. Any thought on why that is? I think honestly, every movement's gone through the same issue. So when you think about like rock and roll really getting established in the 1950s, I think it probably felt like a young man's game at first, and then as people who were young adults in the 50s, I didn't mean to do that. Then as people who were young adults in the 50s, right, by the time you were in the 90s, rock and roll was 40 years old. And so all of a sudden I think people were like, wow, why are there all these old people at concerts? And it's like, well, you have a bunch of 60-year-olds that grew up with rock music. And yes, rock music's changed, but it's possible that some of their taste has changed with it. And so you do have some 60-year-olds that liked current rock music in the 90s and would go to those concerts. And so I think it's the same thing here, as we think of gaming as something children do, but gaming really came into its heyday in the 80s and 90s. And so as you have a bunch of people like my age where you get up into your 30s and sometimes your 40s, and like, yeah, it was my childhood, but like I still game. So it feels like, wow, what are all these adults doing playing video games? So and gaming will change, and it has changed. Some of it for the better. I don't think anybody set out to make gaming worse. I don't think anybody wakes up in the morning and says, how can I make this worse? So, you know, WoW Classic is going to be an interesting exploration into that, because like there's a nostalgia factor, sure, and there's definitely like there are certain bands that my parents still just think are the best bands of all time, because they've got so much emotion tied to that. It takes them back to this time in their life. So there will be certain people who enjoy Classic for Classic's sake, but if you could take an objective person in a vacuum and put it in there, it's missing a lot of quality of life. There's a lot of things that have been added to WoW that have made WoW better. I mean, there's a lot of things that have been added to WoW that haven't made WoW better. I mean, for instance, one of the changes in WoW over the last 15 years is we've moved from I just watched a video on this from, now I'm drawing, Nixion, I think was the YouTuber that put it out, and he talked about how the game used to be centered on class identity. So WoW, and you see this in 14 too, where each class used to be alone, and that meant that within the meta there would be times that you just say, hey, our Savage group can't take a Black Mage because Black Mages just aren't good right now. And over time we've gotten to where the player is more important in both WoW and 14, and so you see groups getting clears with Dark Knight tanks, even though people say Dark Knight's the worst tank, because the player is just that important. And if you go down that road too long and you just keep saying, as long as the player's good, we just got to make sure that the good players can play whatever class they want, then you end up with all the classes being too similar because you're afraid to step on anybody's toes and make one class better at something for a certain encounter, and you lose something. So like I think many things were done to make the game better, but over time we may have pushed the pendulum too far one way. And you see in one of the WoW interviews or something lately that Nixion had pulled up that it said, I mean, they're saying now that they want you to bring the class, not the player. And on its own, that sounds really awful. It sounds like, oh, you're going to bring somebody awful just because that's how good the class is. And it's not. You're going to bring the best player you can that has access to that class. So if that statement got put to Final Fantasy XIV, it's not that big of a deal because the gear is largely shared, and many players have multiple classes, and so you would just switch classes for that encounter. I don't know if it's going to let me play 14. We'll try again in a little bit. See if it's had a chance to think about what it's done, and if not, I can change the name of the stream. Some new kids will go right for what's currently popular. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something nice about going mainstream. It takes the chance of getting it wrong off your shoulders. Like when you're trying out a new television show, it's hard to want to try out, especially because pilots are bad. It's hard to want to watch 3 or 4 episodes to see if a show's good if you've never heard of it. But if you know it's good, it's like, okay, I can put the 2 hours into this because I know on the other side I'm getting something worthwhile. What's going on, Mike? Fake news. Fake news. All things we disagree with must be fake. We cannot challenge our own ideas ever. It would be awful. All right, only 74 left. One of my dreams in 2019, I don't know if it's on my list, is I want to have 10 million gold listed on the auction house at one moment in time. And not through just like listing something for 10 million. I want to like use my auction house add-on and see it get up to 10 million. I've had it hit 3 or 4 before, but nowhere close to 10. I don't even think I've ever made it to 5. It's usually sitting between 1 and 3. I don't generate items fast enough to keep enough on the market. Look at that inventory. It's getting there. It's getting there. All right. 24 left. We'll let that refresh. Jump back over here and see if this is going to figure itself out. Oh, wrong keyboard. Two keyboards. Man, something's going on with this mouse. I think I need to hard boot my my PlayStation, because it is just not figuring itself out. Okay. Was that all the mail? Did we get all the mail? 24 mails left. All right, hard boot PlayStation. Okay. Hard booting the PlayStation. So I don't think these are bad batteries. I mean, they definitely got use on them, but we'll put them here. I think those are still fine. All right. Okay. And then we'll be caught up on WoW inventory. So I need to go get more inventory. Which I haven't made a run through my professions in a while, so I could probably get a fair bit of inventory just from running through my professions with Trade Skill Master. Like the Larry's R versus Baby video where a raid mate left his kid in raid chat. Larry's R's genius. He's so funny. And even for any of you that got to go to FanFest and just like even be around him, like you can hear, he has such a distinct voice. You can hear him like talking over there. So like even if, and I could like hear him like 20 feet away talking when we were all standing around waiting for like something to start. And like he's just funny legitimately. So some people are only funny like in their medium where they have like editing and all of that. He's just funny all on his own. All right. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to go watch it. But it sounds funny. All right. This says you shut it off wrong. Well, I touched the power button. What else do you want? All right. It complains an awful lot. Great. Perfect. Kids and the internet is something that I don't envy. I mean, parents having to go through that, that's a lot. There's a lot out there. Okay, so what I did this week so far is I ran all of Netherstorm and all of Hellfire Peninsula. So I think I'm going to go finish out the rest of Burning Crusade tonight, especially if it's not going to let me play 14. I need to sort that out tomorrow before we play. We're going to play 14 tomorrow night. But I was really hoping to clear my market board up tonight. I've got 4 retainers and I've just got so much junk, and my inventory is just not well managed. I mean, you want... So, like, as an outsider's view, I don't have kids. So, as an outsider's view, hey, something sold. As an outsider's view of, like, what a parent's job is, if we just look at it, like, as a logical, like a factory, you produce a blank child, right? That's what you start with, a blank canvas. And whether you're adopting or whatever, you're given this canvas that literally can't hold its head up, can't go to the bathroom on its own, can't feed itself, knows nothing. And at 18 years old, at least here in the States, they are expected to be a functioning member of society. So to be a functioning member of society, you need to be able to hold down enough of a job to put a roof over your head, eat, not commit a crime, right? Pay your bills, just do your bare basics, and have enough relationships that you can seek some form of satisfaction that doesn't hurt those around you, that you can be okay with. And that's your minimum. And then above that, you can say, oh, I want them to go to college, and I want them to have a good job, and I want them to be married, and whatever. That's fine. But as the basics, it's a pretty small list. Now, if you teach all of that to them at 5, they won't have the emotional level to comprehend all of it, and they're now going to be frustrated with you that for 13 years there's no new additional lessons or anything to enjoy or look forward to. You're just in the way. They're a functioning member of society. They can do all these things at 5. So there's no need to do it. There's no need to rush it, because then you just create frustration. And you're not spending long enough with each lesson to get good at it. But if you wait until they're 25, then they've had to stay at home an extra 7 years. Or you've risked sending them out not ready. My gosh, things are selling left and right. So you've done a disservice there. So it's a gradient. So you pick easy lessons. So maybe at 7, you can try letting them use the microwave, and that's not a big deal. And at 10, maybe they can use the oven. And so, like, when you guys talk about, like, should kids be trusted with the internet, right now I'm cleaning out inventory. What does this to do with the market? Nothing. We were just talking. So, like, when you guys talk about, like, the internet and everything, yeah, I don't know where you introduce that lesson. That's a tough lesson. All right, so I need to generate more items. So we're going to go jump to... we're going to start with my priest. Welcome, welcome. What's going on, Jason? And then we will jump to... here. Do I have a mouse? Haha. Alright, can I, like, reasonably shoot this off screen? Okay. So now my keyboard seems to be staying connected. So we can play 2 games at once. It just needed a hard boot. It just needed a good kick in the face. All right. Minimize that. Perfect. Key to parenting is watching for teachable moments. That makes sense. That makes sense. My first job where I was in charge of somebody, the guy I got put in charge of, it was like his first job. And it really wasn't a job where it should have been his first job, but his dad was well enough connected that it was. And so I had to teach him a lot of things that, like, you would think like a minimum wage job teaches you. Like, the beauty of minimum wage is you learn things like showing up in a uniform and showing up on time and being respectful to your boss. And, like, a lot of these just what feel like basic lessons that you learn from just having a basic job. But because he got tossed into this, like, salaried position, you know, we had to go to the store together, and we have to learn how do you pick out a tie and how do you match your belt to your boots and the importance of showing up in a shirt that doesn't look like it was sitting under your couch. And it was hard because I was trying to balance teaching him, like, the job, because he had a job to do, and then teaching him things that, like, how do you not know how to do this? I mean, he picked it up. It was a lot. All right. So the cool thing about these add-ons, and gosh, if 14 would allow this, and I know I'm a PlayStation player, so even if they allowed it, it wouldn't be me. So this add-on, Trade Skill Master, if none of you have ever seen it, so this character has inscription and tailoring. So I can go turn on an inscription and tailoring, and I've created these lists in here, and then I've said for each of these lists, all the items in them, I want these behaviors. This is when you restock them. So it says right now all these items are profitable enough that I should make them. So let's make them. And then I just list all these. And so, like, if I go mouse over these, this cost me 50 gold to make, and it sells for 450 gold. So, like, obviously, yes, make that. Now, I know more than 5 recipes, but only 5 things were that good of a deal. All right, I'm missing war paints. I don't know. if I have... I need to complete this quest. I need to clean up my UI. We should have a UI night. That'd be fun to watch. Alright. I don't have enough war paints. I can buy... Oh, they just want me to craft them. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. So I got those, and it gave me Sorcerous Earth, and it gave me a Scroll of Wisdom, and this is a quest item. I need Roseate Pigment, which I need on the auction house. Which it says right now the most profitable way to get Roseate Pigment is to just buy it straight up. What's going on, Brian? You didn't touch the internet till last year? Whoa. How does leveling alts in WoW work? Do you go through the whole story again? Right now, the fastest way to level solo is to go through the whole story again. But the whole world is level synced, and there's no MSQ per se. So you can do the zones in whatever you want. So you could just do all of Thanalan. And you have so much bonus experience right now that Thanalan would probably clear you through ARR. Thinking of that like equivalently. And then you would jump into Heavensward, and you'd pick on any one of the zones, and completing maybe 2 of the zones in Heavensward would get you through Heavensward. And then in Stormblood, you could probably get by with just Ruby C. Like Ruby C, maybe you have to do half of a Zeem step, and then you're done. You're at cap. And then you can go back and complete any of the zones you want. I need to go to shopping, and then I can actually tell it, check my shopping list, which right now only has 1 item on, like 7 gold to do every day. Awesome, making money. Let's send off the items that I just made before I lose them, because I'm about to take on more in my inventory. There we go. Perfect. You don't like add-ons? You think everybody should have an even playing field? So these add-ons are publicly available, and a fair bit of this could be done with the base UI. Like, the base UI has gotten so much more powerful than it once was, but I'll be real honest, I wouldn't do it, because the add-ons do make it way faster. This add-on's incredibly popular for that reason. It's very good. Like, you would have to go in and do the math, and doing them, like, knowing that this is profitable, I would have to go in and scroll through literally every inscription item that I know, and only 3 of them are profitable. So I would check each one, and only 3 times would I be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And like, war paints are on a daily cooldown, and I don't feel like going out to Draenor to generate more, so no thank you. Sallow Pigment says I can actually make my own. So let's do sallow. Why can't I? Where's my filters? I don't have any filters on. Back to list. Alright. Log me in. What? That's so weird. There it goes. It just kicked me. Stream went down for a second. Interesting. Is one of you guys hacking me? Alright. Off. By the way, on the topic of making game currency, between yesterday and today, you made 1.8 million gil. Whoa. That's a lot for somebody. You're just leveling, right? You're not like farming. Does someone else have my login info? Don't think so. No, they shouldn't. I can go reset my password. Happens when a friend logs in over you. Alright, there we go. Or get the authenticator set up. I've had it before. There we go. Complete. Brian's waving. Hey, my red thing leveled up. Alright, sell items in my inventory on the market. So, the first thing you do is you adjust everything to make sure, and actually if it hasn't sold, I just lower the price by 100. If I'm the lowest price. If I'm not the lowest price, whoa, those plummeted in price. That sucks. I mean, the thing about this market board is until they create better tools, it's easier to focus on just getting it gone. 6, it is not profitable to sell this right now. So that's the problem, is it's selling for 6 and then it vendors for 4. So if I sell it for 6 and the market board takes a cut, I'm barely making money. Alright. Barely. Honestly, let's just at least bump it to 6. Maybe 7. And we'll just let it sit. Raw rubelites. At least the high quality stuff has value. Not what it once did, but value. Bloody Bardish head. 179. Doesn't it vendor for that? No, because it vendors for regular 79. Well, then 178 it is. Alright. Almost all combats to 70. So close. Yeah, my headphones aren't charged, Brian. So I wasn't in chat because there wasn't anybody in there with me. Let me see if I can get one of these things to stay. Because this one keeps like falling out like that. So I need one that like kind of has like some snap to it. Yes, like that. Great success. This is why I keep too many cables. It's one of my wife's greatest pet peeves is that I am like a hoarder when it comes to cables. Which she's probably right. Alright. Discord. Jump down into Work To Game. Scroll down to Brian. And we'll hear Brian's voice. His lovely, happy, perpetually optimistic voice. It says on-air supporters. Oh, I overscrolled. Brian, would it be faster for you to pull me down? I'm having trouble scrolling and running too many things at once here. Haven't dropped any frames though, so go, go, go. Okay. Bardish head is in. Now I have all these potions. I have no use for these. Like, do potions have any value whatsoever? They just show up. Nope, that has no value. Have retainer sell items. X potion. I mean, the cordials are nice. X potions are going for 43. Max potion. 32. Yeah, they're literally selling. I have 407 of them, and they're selling at cost. We'll hold on to those because they're the high quality, I guess? I don't know. Regular max potion selling for cost. That's... I have one of them. Let's just get it gone. If something isn't worth at least 5k, sell it to vendor. Oh, that's nice. Alright, let's try this again. See if it... We have so many channels that, like, if I scroll with my mouse too fast, I, like, shoot by it.
Oh, so how you been, man?
Okay.
How's life treating you?
Try that. And then...
Hey, what's going on, dude? Hello, hello.
Oh. I don't have my headphones on.
We're planning on having it.
We're doing
How's
market
it going?
boards and technical issues for Sunday night. Alright. Great success. What's going on, Brian? I can hear you now. I can see chat. Everything's working. Super Potion. Whoa, these are selling for a lot. Why are Super Potions worth so much? 2,900. That's like a 250,000 stack. Ethers are not something that I use regularly. They are selling at cost. Have retainer sell the item. Ooh, a high ether. Maybe that's worth something. No, they are selling below cost. These are selling at cost. I have so much junk in my inventory. 2,000. There we go. That's all I'm doing. And you make a surprising amount of money doing it. Hi. Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear Brian. He is talking. So I'm not just talking to myself. Crimson ciders I drink. One of these I drink. Mold tea. Large Levin orb. Hopefully that's worth something. Got that from X's, I think. Is that not? Okay. 90, 94. There's a setting that might be off. 94, 99. All right. Let me jump down here and grab, switch the mice. Okay. It's not a big deal. It's probably a Discord setting. Preferences. Voice and video. Output device. Yeah, it's...
Oh, yeah.
All right, now when you talk.
Testing. What's up, YouTube?
Whoa, there we go. Great. Perfect. Commanding Craftsman. Oh, now here's some other stuff. Gazelle skin, raw rubelite again. 79. Ooh, dyes. Dyes are just something that just piles up, and I never use it. Okay. Now, I'd like to sell stuff that's in my retainers inventory.
Oh, absolutely, Ethan. Are you on Sargatanas?
685, so 684. This is before we even talk about like making things. Oh, come on, man. What's the history on this? Yeah, way over. Woolen doublet. Yes. No, I don't want to own 2 woolen doublets, but I don't want to sell them at cost when they should sell for way over. Woolen doublet. Give me that. I'm paying 106 gold for this.
Okay, I think that's a little bit cleaner. Sorry. Ooh. Holy basil. Holy basil. You sell for a lot of money.
And trust to retainer. $534, is that really all that's worth? Yeah? Yeah, non-high quality's not that far off of that. Man. That just hurts sometimes. When you see stuff just that you know used to have value. 65,000.
It's like, no.
Can you join the free company? For sure, Ethan. I assume that's what Brian said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he posted
Oh,
it.
as long as he's on Sargatanas, because
yes.
if he's not, then Yeah, like if Apex Legends has a Game Pass, I'm in for that.
Are you?
Oh yeah, the game is so good.
Regardless of what it gives you?
Like, what do you mean? Like, if it's like just
what's,
here's a
yeah.
game, here's the battle pass thing, and then it has nothing, then yeah, then I'm not in. But the concept of the battle pass or whatever that they have uh, is I think the most interesting and fair system that they've come up with to date.
A bunch of cosmetics, and it's constantly teasing you. Another
Mm-hmm.
round orchestron scroll. That's worth 45,000. I'm assuming that means that. How do I see if I already know orchestron scroll? Do I just try to use it?
Yeah, just try to use it.
There's no. Okay. Retrieve from retainer.
Cool. That's better. We head out to the Doman Enclave. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, and this will be the 20th item. We'll be done with one retainer.
Yeah, I don't know what they'll include in it, so that'll be interesting. If Ethan's asking, it just depends. Like, the most thing I hear about it is that people who don't like battle royale, like Apex, like it surprises them. I was like, yeah, it's really good. Hey, gorgeous. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's just the number of times I heard that with like MOBAs tells me that like it's just not a game type for me. Like every friend of mine told me, no, but this people who don't like MOBAs like this MOBA. You're gonna like this, and it just I got baited into like 7 titles. And so with Battle Royale, I've tried PUBG, I tried Fortnite, I tried Blackout, and I just didn't. I'm not good at any of them, and I don't seem to have.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you're going to like it. I was just saying that people who generally have told me that they don't like Battle Royale, they're the ones who are telling me like, "Oh, wow, I like it." I'm not saying that you're going to like
games that like you just start.
Yeah, you don't like objective-based.
You don't gain anything. I don't seem to mind like Call of Duty where you're just like it's more of like an arcade style round, but like the idea that you would stay in a round for 30 minutes or an hour and then get nothing out of it just is not something that appeals to me.
Yeah, it's not how they have it in Apex, which is kind of refreshing.
Sell items in your
it's just a good take. They like what beyond it does for Battle Royale. Like I think what they've done, the team at Respawn, is you're going to see lasting impacts within other games and genres because of it.
That's the idea behind a good game. All right, 50. We'll drop that to 49.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, these are selling below cost. Return to retainer. I don't know where that went. There it is. Have retainer, sell items. Bullfrog, adjust price. 16. What are they worth? They're worth 17. What? Don't sell stuff below cost. Like, they take a cut. Just vendor it.
I think that's also, man, I wonder if how much of that is the user interface, though, right?
52,000. Maybe.
The watchtower complete.
Maybe. I think because people feel that they got it from like maps or whatever, because they got it from something that's like all this stuff that's listed at price. You're now saying instead of getting 100 gil now, I would rather wait an undisclosed amount of time and be given 100 gil minus a delivery fee. It's like if any of you would like to hold a $20 bill for you, then at a random undisclosed time, I will give you $19 back. It's really not a problem. Just tell me where to meet you. And if you want to make a larger increment of money, we can do that. Just Venmo me 20 and I will return 19 at my convenience. Because that's how I feel about the majority of the economy in this game. Put up for sale. A lot of times these faded copies aren't worth anything. Yeah. But this one might be 150, which is I think what it actually already goes for. Have retainer, sell items. Mudstone. You thought this was a video? Well, welcome.
I like that.
It is. It's happening right now.
Yeah, technically, I guess. Hey, Razia.
All right. So there's mudstone listed, but it's listed in such small quantities. We're going to try listing anyway, because nobody buys just one mudstone. Whoa, Rezo now hosting. Thank you.
Ooh, thanks. Thank you, sir.
All right. Once again, like, we're going to follow the same theory. There's nope. Never mind. This is trash.
It's going really good, man. I'm just trying to get a couple of tones, like trying to. I don't know. I have this weird goal of just trying to get 200 Genesis a week. Like, not like, I mean, very just like, hey, yeah, you know, in a very enjoyable pace, you know. So, and then I'm gonna switch over and play some Apex.
If the high quality was hard to sell, the low quality can go right in the trash. Ooh, those went up in price. I do not remember those being worth that.
You know it. They're asking me, am I doing Gunbreaker? Yeah, you know it.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, I hope you like it now. Just be warned, like, it does have loot boxes. I hope they get rid of the loot boxes. I could keep them and just hope they get rid of selling loot boxes.
They don't bother me. I don't mind loot boxes. Make your money. What I don't like is when you tie progression behind them. So the implementation.
There's no progression tied behind it.
Then do whatever you want. Like, if somebody wants to be shiny and glittery red, then they want to pay $95 for it, knock themselves out.
You just described the cash store, which is the opposite of the loot box. Like, they have a cash store. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yes, but if the glittery thing is in a loot box, that doesn't bother me, as long as it's only cosmetics.
I don't know. I'm fine with the loot box.
I don't care.
But as long as you cannot purchase it.
Full of
if it's a battle pass, or you could just buy it outright, like they already have, then by all means, like, it's a great system.
How'd you feel about Halo 5?
I didn't like it, and I didn't spend any money on it. But it wasn't like. But then essentially, you get to the point where do you, you know, promote this system, which is a system of gambling, or do you, you know, and say, like, is it either all bad or all good? And it's like, at its core, if you're not spending money on it, it's a fine way to go about it.
Like credit cards, like anything else.
Yeah, a tool that keeps people in debt and essentially hurts the American economy. I completely agree.
I just don't. I don't know. Like, I am not that worried about it. There are definitely.
I'm not worried about, like, I don't spend money on it. I will spend money on a battle pass if, like, essentially that's kind of the system. I like that system because it's like you see what you get, it rewards you for playing, and then if you like, if you don't get far enough, like, and you still want to, you can purchase that. It's I think essentially unanimously from a monetary perspective, you look at just the success of Fortnite. Like, I think they've clearly shown that that kind of system works.
Yeah, if it's glamour only, like if they want to say, hey, there's a bunch of stuff that we're not going to put on the MOG station that's various gear from NPCs throughout the history of Final Fantasy 14 and 11, and there's going to be a sack, and you're going to get a random NPC loot set for $20. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all.
You're going to spend so much money trying to get that thing you want.
No, I'm not going to pay it at all. Like,
well, I'm not either. Yeah, I'm saying that. Why don't we just upgrade the market? Why don't we just, you know, loot boxes are going to invite more regulation from the government. They're going to cause all kinds of problems with development. It's just the writing's on the wall. It's time for them. And then in this place, I think we'll have a better system, and a system that actually probably will generate more money. But I think the thing that people will have to soon get over is that system is not going to charge $1. It's going to charge you, you know, it's like $15 for that thing you want, because right, because that's like, how do we make up the difference?
Yeah, because right now, to get the thing you wanted, you bought 4 loot boxes, and now you're going to buy your one thing and you're done. So each item has to support itself. So if that item costs $5,000 in labor and editing and running it through legal to get posted, then that's what you have to make back over the number you think you're going to sell worldwide.
So we're gonna start like labeling fair and balanced next to our channel. We have different opinions, which is good. I think it's a positive thing.
I believe in games being supported, and so like Halo 5 I do not feel was big enough to justify a subscription, but I do feel had opportunities to add content, and they did. And so to find a way to fund that, they did. And and they said, here's a loot box. In it is going to be weapons for this weird game mode that's totally separate from all the primary game modes, and it's not the game mode that you bought the game for. And there's a bunch of like glamour. And the way we're going to dilute it is you're going to get a roll every day you log in. You're going to get a roll after your first win of every day. And then every time you play, you're going to get a little bit of our freemium currency. And money just supplements that. But by sheer playtime, you can get there. Logging in once a day, by now, you would have every item in the game. So they gave it to you at such a reasonable pace. Impatience was the only reason to buy it. And if people are impatient, knock yourself out. I appreciate you supporting a game for me. Because I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, I'm Val. I'm in a dungeon right now.
489.
I'm on Twitch, by the way, Val. In case you're like, what's Brian doing?
350, 349. Ideally, I get to the point where some of these retainers have space on them, and I can actually make items. Level up my crafters a little bit, but right now I need to just get stuff listed. Okay, so this guy has 2 of 20. That's a good. That's good. I just did Amazon Primal. Is that my 4th one? Oh no, Chocomart's the last one. Nothing listed there. Cool. Put up for sale. And I believe I'm just competing with myself here. Yeah, red thing.
That's the best kind of competition.
We'll do 997. I want Chocomart to win. Go, go, go. Undercut myself by 1. Retainers inventory on the market.
Yeah, community game night is tomorrow night. We're in member chat right now, Razio. So it's if you have like I thought I saw you maybe subbed on Twitch, and if that's the case, I don't remember, but it's like like member chat tonight. So if anybody wants who either does Patreon, Twitch, or YouTube, like they can come hang out in voice if they want. I see Foremost is here in mute mode. Don't know if that's on purpose. So I know it's silent in the game, so let me know if I need to look at your. We kind of made a couple different role changes. Valley B, hey Val, how you doing?
Those are high quality, and then these are the same thing, but not high quality. So we'll go to history and see what the not high quality's been selling for. 3,000. So we'll do 2,900. Okay. Cool. Okay, so all my retainers have been cleaned up. I need to generate some items, so for that I need to clear inventory space. Oh, I learned the Ramu card. I guess I never had that. And I never had Shiva?
I didn't have the Ramu either, and I just used that from, like, I guess our last time.
I wonder if I vendored those before. Just under the assumption, like, well, obviously I'd have this.
Thanks for the follow, Val.
Rolling to the golden saucer. I'm just gonna start clearing out inventory. Bell? Now, let's see if this has an AFK. Oh no, it AFK'd me out. Oh no.
Hey, Bill. Thanks for the follow.
Mr. Beal, no.
Did you say Mr. Bean?
Mr. Bill?
Or Mr. Bill, that's right, from SNL. Yo.
Is that SNL? I feel like that. I thought it was like a Letterman bit.
It's always interesting to see because, like, Twitch definitely has better tools, but our community is on YouTube. So, I don't know. It's just... For me, it's way more fun to play with more people.
There's a handful of tools that I think Twitch offers the creator that YouTube doesn't, And in my opinion, YouTube is so close to being better for streaming that for
Yeah.
us, because we have an established audience over here and not over there, that off of that list, YouTube could pick any one of those things and we would just be on YouTube. Like, honestly, we already are kind of, we default to YouTube, and the only time we're on Twitch is if one of us is already live on YouTube.
And also the podcast.
Even then, if our guest is a YouTuber, we've done it on YouTube in the past.
No, we never. We've gone right to the. We've skipped over live stream for some things, depending on the nature and the timing. Because even when we do the podcast, I wait 24 hours based off the affiliate agreement. But YouTube, yeah, like man, highlight over on YouTube. That would be so amazing. Clink with the resub, 16 months of support.
Thank you.
Can we get some hype in chat for Clink? I really appreciate that, dude.
All right. Points if we know where the 2097 is from. I don't know where 2097 is from, so no points for me. You have so much materia. Yeah.
Oh, you can't beat
Materia is
the
something that
medium quest?
They just littered us with. All right. I am missing course thread. Now, course thread,
yeah,
we buy from a vendor. Let's go buy some course thread. Tailoring supplies. Course thread.
It does work. Thank you very much for the heart emote. Yeah, and so like emotes are way easier to use over on Twitch than they are on YouTube, but we've got them on. We've got way more emotes on YouTube because we're not like Twitch won't. We just can't become partners because we don't like. At some point, it's like, well,
you
know,
okay.
Like they want 75 concurrent. I want 75 concurrent viewers, and I was like, yeah, that like
I don't remember.
That's just not going to happen.
Did you play One Must Fall, Brian?
Did I play what?
One Must Fall.
Is that a game? No. If I made a reference to it and
Valerie's used Twitch username.
Completely unintentional.
There we go. All right.
And fun news that I haven't told you. I get to play Anthem on the 14th because apparently like it's GMT time that they're doing it. So Thursday night, man.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm back. Oh, the Air Force One is now available.
Oh, nice.
I haven't been to Golden Saucer since that went live. All right, so now that we're in Golden Saucer, the first thing I always do in Golden Saucer is go do my mini cacpot.
Yeah, get as much of that MGP as possible.
Purchase.
Oh, and Clink is only 5 spells short of the full blue collection. Very nice, dude.
It's just an easy game to like win. Oh, there's no winners here. This is all junk. It doesn't matter. I only look at first place and second place. If it's not the top 2 prizes, it's a trash card. Get rid of it. If you're not first, you're last. All right.
My baby Jesus is in. I picture him in a tux.
All right, we're looking for the 3-2-1 here. Oh, 3-2-5.
Shadow, welcome to the follow. Welcome to the workforce. Welcome to the follow. That made no sense, Brian.
Welcome to the follow. Welcome to this Congo line. We got a 3 and a 1. Oh no, 2 and a 1. We were missing a 3, and there's nowhere left for the 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's all trash now. All right, doesn't matter. Next. Boo. Okay. Mini cacpot's done for the day. You'll see me tomorrow. Maybe. Probably not. Very polite of him, though. Okay, and we need to go to
Cool, man.
Triad?
Glad you're here, too. Appreciate all the lurking.
Triple Triad's on the far side of this, right? That seems right. That's the whole reason I'm here. So we're clearing out inventory. Blue Mage
It's
exposed me to
important.
a lot of stuff where cards dropped.
It's important.
If you guys haven't been doing this with your old cards, you can go to selling cards for MGP, and these are all the cards, and then it will tell you if you've learned that card before to keep you from accidentally selling them. It doesn't stop you from being an idiot, but it tries to help. But I'm still more than capable of ignoring the fact that that doesn't have a check mark. I think it's even like a red X, and I've done it anyway. Look,
let me take a look
MGP
at this
for each one of those. That's another 1,000 MGP. Great.
Ah, yes. Ah, dope.
And now
Standing in back.
we get to go to Gridania and clear out our inventory that way. And let's jump back over.
Okay, Clink, your live chat approved. Don't know why you're muted. I'll take a look at that more in a second. Foremost, feel free to
so much
disconnect and reconnect. It should have you
gross.
Unmuted.
Gross.
There we go. Sweet. As to for why Clink is, I don't know.
There's a skill to mini Cacpot. Oh, yes. Like, I only go for the 3-2-1 and then the 7-8-9. There's actually a browser-based, like, Java thing that'll help fill it in for you. And if you pay attention to the patterns, you can eventually... Like, I started with it and then trying to get good at the game, and now I just look for the 2 patterns and move on. It's like a tic-tac-toe. It's the same skill level as tic-tac-toe.
Maybe a few.
So, like, there's some strategy, but it's a fairly simple game because it's only got so many possibilities.
And hey, Jigaro, welcome. Thanks, guys, for hanging out.
Lunar Festival? Yeah, Lunar Festival is today.
I need to do the Valentine's for the 15th. I might do that tomorrow night for community game night.
Oh my gosh, I have so much junk in here. Okay.
Oh no.
Can I learn this? Not yet. Oh, nope. Give me that back. Keep those on me. I have 30 slot bags here.
Hey, Kai.
Let's go buy 2 more 30 slot bags. That'll keep the inventory gods at bay. Brian, would you like to do blue spell stuff?
We can do whatever. Like
that's what
I was just planning on getting some tomes and then shifting over to Apex. But if you want to do some farming, I'll farm.
Inventory management tonight.
Okay, yeah, then manage that inventory. We can do some blue farming tomorrow.
Okay. Lethan, welcome to the workforce.
Well, welcome.
All right, we are looking for a container.
Oh, let me just die.
Oh
my gosh. My bad.
Hexweave bag. Oh my gosh, these have plummeted in price. Whoa. Wow. These were so expensive not that long ago. Alright. Don't mind if I do. I was willing to pay like, I don't know, 2.5 times this price. Okay. Neat. 30 slot bags are down to 1,300 gold. That's fantastic.
I'm doing both, Val. Just kind of bouncing back and forth. I got YouTube on one side and Twitch on the other.
All right. Go, monk, go. Okay. We're going to drag this in here. Drag this in here.
Yeah, sorry, I had myself muted to listen.
Hey, you're good, man. Like, I had to make sure that you're in a specific role. I'm dead on the ground, so let me see if I can't figure out why Clink is muted. I don't know if he's muted on purpose. For some reason, he's got server mute on. Okay, so there we go. Taking that off. There we go. Weird. I had you on server mute, so I don't know if you've been... I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, on server muted. There we go.
But yeah, I'm primarily just missing a couple of spells. I'm missing one from the Braveflox. I'm missing from Braveflox Hard, Wanderer's Palace Hard, Ramu, and Leviathan.
Okay.
And other than that, it's just Doom, which is a real pain in the butt to get.
From the carnival.
Yep. Because I think I'm missing like, I think I have like 5 I have to do.
I do remember when Hexweave was 30. I was expecting to pay at least 3, and if it had been 5, I probably would have still bought at least 1 today.
Val, maybe we can give it a couple of runs. Let's give it a couple of runs.
I need an anvil.
Let me switch over to my summoner. We'll get you, and then if anybody wants us to try to help pick up and see if we can't get Val Shiva. We got it. Like it was fun because it's like, oh, we got it. And
I'll hop on and come along and help. I can only basically stay on for an hour, but I need the pony anyways from Shiva, so.
Yeah, that's all. That's the other benefit is that it's like, hey, come pony farm, and yeah. And so I'm not going to be able to commit to an hour, but I'll do like 5 or 6 runs with you, Val, tonight because then I'm going to switch over, play some Apex because I've been itching to play it like all weekend. I have not played games this weekend.
You put up a party finder yet?
No, just getting out of the dungeon. We head back to the Hizzle, and then also we're getting somebody into the free company as well. Let's see.
All right, go drop this guy next to the mailbox.
Scrolling. All
right, nothing to profitable on Monk.
There we go.
We'll drop here.
Send friend request.
Now this character can burn through some cash. Because this is the oldest character I have on Horde. So I have ridiculous numbers of enchants. Wind down Brian's voice a little bit. I can do that.
Yeah, tune me down.
He projects.
Nice. All right, and invite to party. And then what I'm going to do is on Party Finder, Duty Finder.
I'll come on Astro.
Okay, great. Yeah, as many raises as we can get, that's going to be good.
All right.
And then we're going to do
now
Extreme,
this character.
Recruit.
Makes my biggest mess of my inventory. Engineering, and then this character
I do runs, no password,
cooking,
remove requirements,
enchanting,
recruit,
restock.
Okay.
All right.
Undersized. Cool. All right. Party set. Yeah. So Clink party is.
What'd you name it?
I'm sorry.
Work to Game. It's just probably under Brian under the Amphitheater Extreme.
Logging out.
Give me a second.
Oh, there it
is. Is it underneath the primal searches, or is it in private?
There it is. Silent join. Should be under private. It's not private either. So I just kind of kept it open.
How's Blue? It's really fun. It's smaller at launch than I expected it to be, but we know we're getting more, so. I expected it to be bigger. I mean, the grinds for the, like, basically, like, the extremes, like, the trial grinds are long, but I don't know that adds, like, depth to it. They're just long.
Yeah, I can't wait for, I watched the live letter. I meant to, like, put up some stuff, but I've been so busy at work for, like, the past 2 weeks because we had somebody quit.
Ugh.
And, like, it's been so much extra work.
Yeah, dude.
Unbelievable.
It's always rough.
Temporal crystals selling at 25% of market value.
All right, Val, just on you, okay? Whenever you're done with your GSM.
Tasty. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good. I'm excited. That's money made. So, like, my equations account for the item being at market value. So, like, buying things at 25% of market value is just added profit to whatever I'm doing.
Okay.
Hey, you guys get to see my new tank glamour.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at Righteous
Is
Orbs.
it sweet? right. Val's on blue. I'm gonna do ready check. Ready check. You Diamondback through mechanics.
Right.
If any other blues want to come, but you know, it's up to them, Val. Look, Party Finder's up, so I don't know if anybody wants to have an opportunity to try to get a Shiva spell. Since we're already no one's saying anything. You have it.
Okay.
You and I both got it. Like we ran it once and we got it. And I was like, yep.
I was like, I can hop in, but I think I already have it. So I'm gonna keep working on inventory.
And we got 370s. This is gonna be
cool.
It's gonna be a cakewalk.
Mm-hmm. I have to mention that Astro's shield at this level is ridiculous. Basically absorbs all damage.
I'm looking forward to that update.
It's just
I'm looking forward to the update that lets you see like how much life your shield has. That's gonna be nice.
I was hoping to be a little bit bigger, but I'm willing to hold off the verdict until we get to the entire serving of what they've already planned.
Yeah,
and they already had spells developed that they haven't given us yet, so it's hard to want to bash on it yet. Even though I feel like it definitely has some holes in it. Like if you're gonna make it super overpowered, why does it not have a res? If it, you know, is it gonna get access to the?
She needs to learn a weapon set, right?
Yeah, it's when she does her bow. We need to like once we get her down to so around 40% stop dots and stuff like that. At 20% we hold until she does her bow ability.
All right.
The Andrew. Welcome to the workforce.
We're gonna get a new healer in Shadowbringers. I would think that's what Dancer would be.
I'm hoping Dancer. If Dancer's
I mean, the fact that we got a tank healer. Yeah, I would think Dancer's a close range healer. That would be my guess at this point, based on the fact that they just gave us a tank.
She's not gonna hop away.
She will.
And a close range healer is something that this game has room for.
It would be different. It would be something that's different. You know, it wouldn't be like, oh, so it's like an astrologian, or oh, it's like a white mate. You know, it's like we don't. So there's rumors speculate like it's difficult because I feel like in a good way Yoshi is trolling us, like in a really good way. You know, and so it's like it's not a negative against him. He's doing a fantastic job. It's just like so confidently I would like I'm hoping for Dancer. That's what I'm hoping for. I wouldn't put money on it. You know, because they could show up and be like, oh, check it out. Like, you know, it took 0 damage. Nice, Val. Okay, once she gets to 20%, stop damage and wait for the bow ability. And I'll put my pet away. One time I forgot to put up Ifrit, and I was like, who's hitting her? Who keeps attacking? Get out of here, Ifrit. Nobody wants you.
Base class. Healing with hugs, pokes, chuckles. That'd be funny. That'd be a good, like, holiday class to add. You know, just for, like, a week.
Okay, here's
Play
the bow
an entire
ability.
class with the motes.
Okay, now we can burn her. Music for this is so freaking good. Boom, 3 minutes. Not bad.
Did we learn it?
Don't know yet. Nope. Okay, we'll keep doing it. We'll do it a couple times, Val.
Alright. Move from the bank. Oh, I can put this stuff in there.
And duty finder again.
I think it's this. No, shift right.
Twerking to heal. That's how the dancer's gonna do it. That's hilarious.
That's all.
I wonder if we're gonna have the dancer use like a whip for being a main weapon. That'd be hilarious.
That would be funny. Somebody said fans because that would be a different kind of weapon type. It could be a little bit different because like in 11, I know I always did dual wield dagger, but
Emily, would that change if it was a healer? She asked. She said she would love Shadowbringers if we had Dancer because chakram weapons, but like if it's a healer,
could be. Still could use a chakram. You know, it's that because essentially how it was a. I mean, in 11 it was a TP based healer, so you would, you know, just like build that up, and then you would put out like things so that everybody who's hurting the enemy, you included, are contributing to you know, this concept of deep, you know, this heal. So it's like every time enemies are getting hurt, heals are going out. So it's just this constant hot, you know.
I mean, something that would be interesting is like a damage-based healer, but you have to be careful with what that does for. Like, you can't just outright throw balance under the bus because.
Boo, like, matchmaking. Throw balance. Bring the class, not the player.
I agree with that, but at the same time, there's a reason the limited job system allows them to explore something that would be just so game-breaking.
Yes. It'd be really cool to see if all of a sudden, as the game kind of grows, that if, you know, hey, here's this, you know, here's these jobs, and oh, they have a limited counter.
Perfect.
Yeah, any blue mage that wants to come join as we clear the content here. I'm gonna stop attacking because I got dots on her.
Stop dots. Minus DKP.
Oh, okay, we're good. I was just making sure that this wasn't gonna last, and then like she's like at 3%. I'm like, don't.
I haven't logged out here. Okay. Finish up my druid and then we'll clear some inventory in 14. How are my auctions doing? Just while I'm here. Already sold 4 things.
Okay, here goes the bug.
Sweet. Sweet. Oh, 6 things, because 2 more sold that I've already got paid for. Cool.
Nice.
All right. Get from bank.
Any luck?
What's the word, Val? Nope. Okay. Let's do a couple more times. You got an adult for the rest of the night. That's important.
I don't think he hates pet classes. I think he hates the idea of how pet classes would fit in the game he's built. So he's talked about that being a great opportunity of the limited job system.
Yeah, like Beastmaster. I would actually love to see their take on Summoner in the limited as well. Like, that's what I said. Like, you know, we kind of need to see them evolve the game because you look at it, it's like, I mean, we don't have hard numbers, and I really wish we did, but it really is quite like their Twitch promotion. I'm betting we're going to see a very large number the next time they update with their, you know, their worldwide number, you know, and then people will go and be like, that's their subscription numbers, and that's not their subscription numbers. It's just like their total, like, you know, bot accounts. Sometimes the question has always been,
I'll be back in 1 second.
Are they counting in their free trial? Go ahead, Kling. Yeah. So, so at the end of the day, it'll be interesting to see how that ends up, what that ends up shaping out as, because I mean, the free promotion for the Twitch Prime is genius, and then you know, it's like, then obviously just people who haven't been satisfied with BFA, you know, keep like, I went and I saw somebody post like a video talking about like a more like 14 to WoW, like WoW to 14 guides, like, oh, you know, and I was like, yeah, it seems to be a a good amount of content out there for people who are making the switch.
Yeah, numbers.
Burst damage
Numbers only
yeah.
show what they want them to show. A lot of these games don't show off their numbers, their total raw numbers, because it doesn't. They want to have control of that narrative. Okay.
Yeah, I guess everybody's busy tonight. So
right.
We'll see if we can. Hopefully, we can get in here in the next couple of runs, because I feel the itch to Titanfall.
Okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
Sort the inventory.
I really like blue is this concept within the world of 14 that is very sandboxy, and I like that. The problems it runs into is the same problem we have in the game for everything, and it's that at level cap, what do you do? Like, once you've done everything, what do you do? And they haven't been able to answer that pretty much for everything. Like, the main answer is like, oh, you can go raid. It's like, oh, not with blue specifically, but I like to see something. I'd love to see some kind of paragon or some kind of merit point system or something that they find ways that doesn't hurt new players coming in. Because one of the things that 14 has a huge strength at is that you can start this game today and we can play together and have a good time. And you don't have to, like, in 11, it'd be like, oh, find out an insane number of of stuff. It's like they've made it a lot easier with time, but you know, still is what it is.
All right.
Yeah, get together, group up,
Get those listed, and that will be done with. That's the basics of what I do in WoW when it comes to, like, just restocking the auction house.
Yes,
I'm
minimum. Excited for Vieira's too. Even though people are like, "Are you switching?" I'm like, "No, I'm just happy they're in the game." I'm a fan. I love Evil so much, and that's where I'm torn. I hope we don't see male Vieira. I hope we don't.
I'm sort of a little disappointed. I want my Vianga.
Vianga, yes. Chris, did you see that from the presentation? So back for April Fools, because 14, like, wow, like they would do April Fools jokes, and one time they said, like, oh yeah, we're thinking about doing a new race, and it's the Vianga, which was like there's Bonga, which is a kind of a lizardy kind of race, and then the Vieira, which is bunny, and they were like, hey, for 14, we're gonna combine them because we know that people like both of them and they want both of them. They only have time enough to do one of them, so we're gonna actually combine them. So when Yoshi P actually officially presented Vieira, he trolled everybody and presented Vianga first. It's like, you guys, we said we said the year
slow DPS.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I like my elf too. Now, Ronso would be a different conversation. Ronso, I think, could tempt me away. Because I like when they announced EverQuest Next, and sadly that's not, I guess, nexting anymore, but I was like, oh, a lion race. That looks cool.
Nope, can't do it that way.
She do the ability already?
She did.
Yep.
Boom, 258. We're doing great.
Got it. Great success. Oh, I heard
Chemistral. 17 months, dude. That's insane.
All right.
Thank you so much, Kim. And good evening to you, too.
How do we do? Any luck?
Nah, she says nope. All right, let's go back in. Let's go back in.
I think this is the only pony that I need left.
Well, I've already got it, so you don't have to roll against me at all.
We saw so many mounts the other night when we were clearing
I
off.
think I need.
I didn't get a single one.
This one and
I could not roll for anything.
Ramu. I think.
This Mage Burger here is always who I'm listing my enchanting stuff against. It's just a name I see a lot. I see McDubia a fair bit too. But Mage Burger is somebody who the professions I deal in is the same professions they deal in.
Oh yeah.
So we're always undercutting each other.
Like you need to, get that price lock.
I got 2.25 million listed. Not bad. Okay, and now off to clear inventory in this side of things. The last step of my inventory clearing here. None of this is in a set. Okay. We're about to make a lot of Grand Company seals.
Oh, did you see they made it illegal to sell the emote?
Oh, really?
Yep.
Hmm.
The bummer about all this Blue Mage is like, yes, I was running a lot of content that generated the stuff that generates Grand Company seals, but because it's not Stormblood content, the number of seals, Grand Company seals you get per item is so low. There's not a way to do this in mass, right? Like I have to manually click each item.
Yeah, and then you can set it so that I can hide the gear set and all that. All right, slow DPS. Right, but that doesn't.
All right.
The same roll. Yeah, it's not multiple rolls, Val.
I'm glad the squadron system got better, and I wish that instead of coming up with a whole new system for trust, they just expanded on the squadron system. It feels unnecessary to say, oh, we're going to give you chocobos so that if you don't have a friend to play with, you have something to help you. No, we're going to give you squadrons to do stuff that we didn't want chocobos to do. No, we're going to give you trusts to do stuff that we don't want you using squadrons for. It's like, yes, we get it. You need an AI-controlled companion system. I don't know why you keep reinventing the wheel instead of supporting past.
Yeah,
content.
I'd love it to see if they, like, you could kind of just mush it together. I like the open world stuff more.
They originally presented it. It sounded like at the North American Fan Fest that the world was going to be so dangerous that without a party, you weren't going to be able to do it, and the trust system was coming in to solve that. So trusts were going to be this open world squadron, and then now it's like, I mean, except not. Oh, so pretty much the same thing then. They sound like squadrons except with named characters. Like I don't understand the difference. Other than the fact that I can mix and match them, like I can have Brian and maybe a trust member.
I hope so. If it's only that you can take your trust, then that
So
might
it's basically
be.
so it's basically a squadron mission that I can now invite a friend to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Kevin, do you have your Blue Mage of 50? You need the spell.
And it won't be available.
Yeah,
in
I can bring it along.
that Blue Mage can get to. That seems like a weird move too, to not let it go back and do old content. Alright. This is so many items. Oh, I'm back to 30,000 Grand Company seals.
Nice.
I wipe it out all at once when it gets up to 80. Really, anytime it gets north of like 50 or 60.
Okay. Sure.
You're wondering if they're
I'm
gonna be
running this
trust
one more
That'd be cool.
one more time after this, and then I'm gonna go play some Apex.
Slow
That could be
DPS.
cool to have it voiced.
Thank you.
All right. Home stretch.
Okay.
All right.
We're
So now I should
dismissing
have-
Ifrit.
Now I should have like a ridiculous amount of inventory.
Yeah, I
I
put up
sort this.
a brand new Summoner controller guide for this specific layout. So if you go check our controller guides playlist, I did it a couple weeks ago, and one of the things I was testing when I first started streaming was working on my Scholar. So I'm working to update the different ones. I'm not in such a rush because Stormblood's going to change, the Shadowbringers is going to everything, but I know people have asked for at least my tank and my healer. So yeah, it's up. Go check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. I walk you through everything, I believe. So hopefully that's what works for you.
All right. Alien
So it
Cure.
was confirmed today, Chris, that like somebody says they'll get notified for our 14 videos, but they won't like for our non-Final Fantasy 14 videos. And so it's like,
How
okay,
do they
thank
do-
you,
it-
YouTube.
Is that intentional? Or
I don't
I
think they
would
said
love-
anything. I just think that YouTube.
I would
is,
love
you
if
know,
subscribing to a channel default enabled all things, but then you could go into advanced settings and say, I only want to be
Whoa.
notified when something is part of the following playlists
Mhm.
or is not part of the following playlists. So you could
Right.
so then it encourages channels to tag things like I don't want to see Work to Games WoW stuff, but I want to see anything from their vlogs and their Final Fantasy 14 stuff. And it's like, okay. And so you can kind of take the bell and expand it to because there's definitely channels that like I like specific playlists that they post,
Yeah,
and I watch everything every time they add to that playlist. I watch it, but then the
My
rest
bad.
of the time,
Yeah, let's back out because I'm gonna see here.
Okay.
Cam one cam.
all right, we're gonna work on our lowest here. We're gonna work on our
Yeah, and then Steel Train Steel Rain. Welcome to the workforce. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button. You awesome individual. Repping the Red Mages. So as far as the Twitch sub goes, YouTube sub or whatever, like if you have all it needs is you link your Twitch and your Discord, and so if you sub, then the system syncs it up, and then it tags you in our Discord that you're a subscriber. And this is member only chat, Steel. So if you want to come, when I say member, I mean like supporting member. You can come hang out with us in voice. And if you don't feel comfortable in talking, you can still come and listen live. It's not required that you come to talk if you don't feel like it. Let's see here. All right, let's pick up Kim. Kim, are you on Sarg? There you and Departure. Oh, cool. Sweet. All right, now we're going in.
I don't have this set up right now.
What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm trying to use the crafting optimizer.
Oh, I gotcha.
All right.
Command Cage, how's it going? Man, I tell you, I'm gonna have to be getting several stacks from the Final Fantasy collection here. They just, I think, released the Primal concert, so you know, if anybody wants to give me a birthday gift this July.
I gotta admit, that concert was good.
Oh yeah, they do a really good job. I'm really looking forward to 2020. The Fan Fest of 2018 was awesome. I think the 2020 one's just gonna be, it's just gonna be just insane.
Well, you did hear how many people are going to be at
35,000, right?
Yeah, Japan's. It's insane.
Yeah. It's also easier, I think, for Japan from the thing because it's like they don't have to travel as far. But no, my birthday is not July 23rd. I really don't tell people like publicly. Like Chris knows my birthday. My brother knows my birthday, but
he has one every year.
It takes so little to get somebody's identity and spoof it. So it's like I just don't share my birthday, like the specific day. I'm
Slow
sure.
DPS.
Could our birthdays be August 8th, public facing, the same birthday as Work to Game?
Work to Game 8/8.
Is that fair, Brian? Can we?
I think that's a fair.
Both,
that's a fair.
Can
thing.
we both celebrate August 8th publicly? and know that our driver's license say one of the other 364 days. All right, let's see.
Come on, Shiva, use the bow already.
I have 2.
Let's go. Bow it up.
Go ahead and poke her.
I am not a
There
specialist.
she goes.
And then I can go to classes and jobs, and I think going in and doing this tells it what my
There we go.
what spells are available. 49, 51, 49.
Boom.
Culinarian is 55. Goldsmith is 51. Leatherworker is 51. And Weaver is 51. Okay. Now,
All right, one more time, Val. And then, I mean, the others can stick around and do it, and I'll be still in voice chat, but we'll do it one more time. This is the one. I feel it.
actions and
This
traits.
is the one.
I don't think it needs to be 50 for you to bring it in, does it?
I think you have to be 50 for the
content.
dungeon.
Yeah, the level content is level limited, so it's like even though we're undersized, that is like a
Can it do
requirement.
this by... There it goes, by level.
Yeah, no worries, Al.
Perfect. I was like, it should be smart enough. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do tomorrow night. We'll do community night, so that'll be kind of open audio for supporting members and non-supporting members.
Okay.
Oh man.
Now, I just need to find something that's profitable.
Wow, like we must have pushed her fast.
So ideally it's something nice and high level here. That's maybe in the 40... Maybe something right here. Cobalt bar boots. So it takes a cobalt ingot.
Slow DPS.
And this is where an add-on could literally do all of this for me. Now I have to teach that out on the behavior, which is fine. And you go out to YouTube and you find somebody that sets up a tutorial and you follow the directions. Alright, so they're selling for 1,400 possibly. I heard a follow.
Dude, Commander Cage, thank you so much for your 5 months of support.
Oh,
Wow, really appreciate that.
is.
Can we get some hype in chat for
All right.
Commander Cage, Steel Rain, Chemistral, and and Clink? Man, 4 resubs or 3 resubs and a brand new subscriber on Twitch tonight.
so I'll buy this? I don't know, it looks like somebody can always undercut
There we
me.
go. She used the ability.
And they're only selling a couple of weeks, so I think we'll just pass on the Cobalt Bar Boot. Next.
Boom. 2 minutes. Not
Cobalt.
bad at all.
Cobalt plated
There's your whistle.
Caligay.
There's the mount, Clink.
Is there something
Yay!
I can make that's like something I can make a lot of.
We played ESO. You got to cap in ESO. I'm in the
Me?
20s or
Yeah,
30s
yeah,
or
yeah.
something. Like I just never really dove in.
It's Cobalt joint play.
This is a really good dungeon if you want to get if you want to level decent for goldsmithing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I told I got pushed into playing ESO by some friends
Alright,
that
guys.
told
I
me
am
that
out.
they were
I will
going to
see you
level a
later.
cap.
Okay, see you
And
guys.
then they didn't get a cap. But I enjoyed the journey. I got to the top and I was like, where's the people who told me they'd play with me? 2,400.
I think they've since like fixed some of the issues that we've like that kind of split us up, because once like some people hit cap, then it was like, oh,
Give me a sec.
let's see here. And friends list,
Got too many mice.
Mikey.
Okay, cobalt ingots are a bargain. Great, awesome. And then what does it take to make a cobalt ingot?
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's
Okay, and now
on this page.
let's see here.
There it is.
Cross world.
Takes 2 cobalt ore and an iron ore.
Okay.
And 2,500 is the number to
Okay.
beat. Cobalt ore, 2 cobalt ore. What did I say, an iron ore? Iron ore is going to be like 26, something cheap. So that's 1,200. So, and we got to beat 2,500. It was an iron ore. That it shouldn't go greater than like 26 because the vendor has it at like 34 or something. Yeah, you can buy iron ore off the vendor cheaper than this, 150. If anybody wants to make some money, keep in mind what ores are sold on the from vendors.
Mm-hmm.
And when they jump above that price, just go buy them in unlimited supplies. I'm pretty sure iron ore is one of the ones sold at a vendor.
Oh yeah, Brian.
It's sold in our house at 18 gil a piece. And it's selling
Or
on the
this
market
is
at
for anybody who's interested in
150.
Blue Mage.
ridiculous.
Basically, you want to try to do, as soon as you get to 50, you want to try to get Moon Flute from doing 10 carnival runs as soon as possible.
Okay.
Because basically, it's a ability that enhances all your other abilities, and it stacks with boosts, and you can do some insane amount of damage, especially with like Final Sting and stuff like that. It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, that's great. Cool.
Thanks for the advice.
150 gil.
Hey,
Why
Cam,
in the
what's up,
world
dude?
is this trading at 100?
Doing pretty well. Figured to come join you guys on chat.
Yeah, man.
Welcome.
Let me see here.
Iron ore is
There's-
150 gil a piece on Sargatanas.
What's going on here?
Why? All right, I'm gonna buy
Green screen
Oh.
not working. Just fix that.
here iron ore. And we're gonna buy.
Did someone sneeze? If someone sneezed, God bless you. Let's see here.
we're
I
buy
was gonna say, Chris, I
Couple
can sort of
stacks.
hear you mumbling in the background.
I'm just frustrated at people being silly on the market. I'm not projecting my voice. I'm just.
No, the reason why
Being
people
a
don't go and
grouch.
get that stuff anymore is because nobody levels like gathering to go and.
It's on the market.
Gather
You can
stuff.
buy it at a vendor for 18 a piece.
Shh, quiet, you're ruining the economy.
It's 18 a piece. I just bought 3 stacks for below.
From out of the auction house, they'll sell.
More power to you. I don't have the patience to craft.
God. I went into that house right there and I bought 3 stacks. I'm running out to this summoning bell right here. And I'm gonna say, Amazonian Primal, come here. What do you require? I require you sell an inventory in mine. I'd like
Cool.
to put it up for sale. A stack of 99.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Let's see what it's historically trading at. It's been trading at well above that. And then let's put it down. Let's put it at like, I don't know, 110. Great. And if that sells, that's 10,000 gil. And I spent, I don't know, 18 times 287. I spent 5,000 gil and got 3 stacks. So I'll double my money and keep the other 2 stacks for myself. Oh, okay. Mind blowing. Now the
A lot
cobalt
of
ore
people
does
used to
have
do
to be
that same
gathered.
trick in 11 too.
Oh, all right. Cobalt ore. This we have to buy, and this is a high enough ticket item that I think we're probably making a trip. Oh, it's in Gridania. It's in Gridania. Okay, off to Gridania. And the reason, let me show you why we're going to Gridania. For anybody who just wants to like use this part of the stream as actually let's make some money. So if I click this, there is a 2,970 gil fee for not buying it in the city that their retainer calls home. And I am going to buy multiple stacks. So, multiple stacks at 2,700 gold apiece. But I can go to Gridania as a favorite for 309 and 1 load screen. Da-da-da-dun! And now we're local. So, now we picked it up.
I got
now, for cheap items, don't worry about it. But when you start to get to where you're spending like 100,000 gil at a time, pay attention to these.
Gunbreaker looks good.
Dude.
Right.
I'm torn. Like, I don't... Should, like, that be the first thing I take up, you know? Is that the first
I'm
thing?
gonna wait till they announce everything first.
Sam, want to see the other job coming up at March Fan Fest?
Watch to be like, oh, you guys think you're getting one? Oh no, joke's on you.
Okay.
Honestly, that'd be amazing if they did a healer and they also announced a range DPS. Probably just...
Command... the easiest and quickest way for me to do it, because auto does whatever its thing. If you go to our YouTube header banner, we have the link in there all the time for the Discord, if it's not showing up in your... What does this give me anyway?
How does this work? Start.
I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Great.
Unfortunately, I just bought like a lot of stuff, so I sort of have to.
Am I muted? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. Hit up our, if you go to our YouTube banner page, there's a little button that has Discord in the upper right-hand corner for the link, so you can just easily just jump in via the link now.
Now we will do this again. Cobalt ore.
I'm the jump master.
600. So now I go to buy this, and look, no fee. So now my 59,000 gil is just 59,000 gil instead of 59,000 plus 2,700 in fees. And I'm going to buy all of these. And then you notice that the next guy
only two of us?
Kugane,
only two of us. Great.
But for the same price, these are in Gridania. So I could buy these in Gridania. And sometimes you can actually save so much in fees. Like, say we were in Ul'dah here, so this was free. So say that, you know, we'd be paying $750, but then down here, we're paying a $34.65 fee for 99. So $34.65 divided by 99. We're paying an extra $35 a piece. So that means that if it's in the right city, these here could be listed at $734, and they would actually be cheaper than this if you're not willing to make the trip. All right.
Oh.
But
yeah, Brian,
just make the trip. It's not a big
same boat as you.
Sorry, what's up?
Okay.
Oh, I said I'm in the same boat as you, Brian, about doing trying to finish off like Eureka. Like, I just don't think it's worth it.
They haven't. There's been no interest for me going and doing it whatsoever, because it's like if it's completely relevant.
But you know it will be like when the expansion comes out.
They're talking about a 5.0 Eureka or a 5.0 Diadem. Okay. And, if it's got no level sync, then there you go. Got them.
That's from it as well. Until they bring in level sync, I'm probably not going to do Eureka content.
They said it's like a technical hurdle or something like.
How's it a technical hurdle? All they have to do is just copy the code what goes into dungeons, or even just the base code for the NMs.
78 damage. Darn it. That's why she took me out. Means I missed some shots.
I did not make sure that all of this was on there. I don't think I can do that while crafting. All right, let's just do basic synthesis for this one.
Is Chroma Key still freaking out? Let's see here. Okay. It's okay. It's not horrible. I don't have like professional lighting, so it is what it is.
All right. So what we need is innovation needs to be on the bar.
Let's figure out what I get
in
with
order for what they want. They want one.
Oh yeah, was gonna say, I'm not sure if you guys also know, but they did. I'm not sure if I told you from the last time I was on, but they did release mount speed upgrades in the newer areas.
Oh, cool.
So just figure out, let's throw that out there.
Okay, nice. It's not horrible. I'm gonna keep playing as Lifeline. See if I can't get a victory as a healer. I've got a victory. I think all of my victories have been under the tank with the tank.
Oh, probably a dumb question, but I've been meaning to ask: are there any melee weapons in Apex Legends?
You can melee. I don't think so. I've just seen the 19 guns. So it doesn't mean that we're not going to see it. Like,
Oh yeah, it could like patch it in.
This is definitely the start. Yeah. I've outside of that poor example, I've won 3 games, which I think because I have not I'm sure the streamers are all like hundreds of games in now, but my win percentage is definitely above 30. So I've 30% win rate. Like this game, I just love this game. But I'm also a fan of the battle royale, and so this I think refines and any like the little things that are like, like
6, 8, 10, 2, 4.
The ping
6,
system
8,
is so
10.
genius. They're even talking about bringing it in Anthem. So now probably not, obviously not day 1 for Anthem, but good, we got our entire squad of 3. Right. This will be good. Let me not.
Oh yeah, and other shooters are clamoring for it as well. The Overwatch community is begging for the ping system.
Dude, it's so smart. It's so smart. Like, imagine if you just don't want to talk. You don't want to be like, oh man, someone's in already. This is gonna be a hot zone. Okay, no guns though.
Cobalt, just like that.
Jeez Louise, that's a grenade I didn't pick up. There we go.
So you can actually macro this so that it presses them all for you and puts the delay in. But I'm just doing it manually by putting all 10 in.
There we go. Okay, cool. At least I got a gun.
So Chris, are you looking to max all the crafting and gathering jobs, or just like making armor for later?
Actually, Ishgard is the first thing that I'm like, okay, they have the best crafting system in like every game. I love the crafting system here, but there's no, like, I don't get any joy out of like, what does it do once you have it at cap? And seeing that we're going to rebuild a city, that's what I'm starting to level for.
Gotcha.
So I told Brian I would try to have them all leveled before the Ishgard content got here, so I'm just getting started.
Do you think that maybe this is the first step to allowing Ishgard housing later on down the road, like maybe 5.5 or 6?
They said Ishgard housing will be a thing, but that we can't live there until the city is rebuilt.
The fact that actually having the crafters rebuild is really good from like a lore point of view. Like that actually, I
hope it's not a Domain reconstruction thing where you just turn in stuff a little bit every week and it doesn't really matter. Like, I hope there's actually like, oh, we need this many of this item. A little more like building like a submarine or an airship on behalf of the whole server.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think the latter of what you're saying is probably what's going to be.
And I hope that they don't Care Bear it up and make it to where like every server unlocks it on March 14th regardless. Like Sargatanas is a lower pop server, so if we're behind, then we're behind. Make each server finish it. If they don't finish it, then they don't get access to the housing district. Housing is such an optional thing, so like tying it behind something like that would be very cool.
Plus, it makes the world feel more alive, and I'm all before that.
There we go. See here. Oh, body shield? Heck yeah.
Like I said earlier, I don't craft, but I would definitely be supporting the crafters that are building this.
There we go. All right, let's see if we can't get this guy to the beacon. Do I have him? No, I shouldn't have him, but can I raise him? Let's find out.
This works beautifully. Should probably make a macro for it.
Oh, good. I got him.
So just selling the ingots I'm making here is already profitable, and then the rivets down below are even more profitable. So all these ingredients, and a big thing that's driving up the price is that everybody thinks that iron ore is 150 a piece. So at 150 a piece, it does cut into your profits, but it's not 150 a piece. So
let's explore this way.
cool.
Uh-oh.
Nice big experience here. Won't craft support. Support the crafters with gathering materials. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is it can engage the whole server. So what they can do is they can have various turn-ins. So they could have like an emissary from each of the past beast tribes. And so if you do the turn-in with the beast tribe, you get beast tribe experience to kind of give a shortcut to newer players who didn't play through the ARR, Heaven's Word, and Stormblood beast tribes. You can also have new beast tribes that are locked behind this. You could have vendors that sell like maybe mounts from ARR and Heaven's Word trials and stuff, because at that point, like if you haven't gotten them, they're easily soloable, and so they could sell those and trade for X number of turn-ins. And so you can go tie a bunch of old stuff that doesn't really matter if you distribute it for free, because it's still
Get him, guys. Get him,
available in game, and the method by which it's available is easy.
Don't let it res. Don't let it res.
And then that encourages people like, I want to do X turn-ins. Well, then the turn-ins become just like leaves, where you can either craft the stuff for your own turn-ins, or those crafters can sell them on the market board, and you're like, well, I don't want to craft, but I'll just go buy 25 of X item off the market board, and then go up to the guy, and the quest says turn in 25 of them, and I'll just do that. So you're effectively commissioning a crafter that doesn't want the turn-in value, but does want what the market is deeming a fair price. We've seen this before in World of Warcraft had this way back in the day for the
what is happening
on Courage unlock.
Why is he plunging?
And it's one of my favorite events in all of gaming.
Oh, good, he
and
did
WoW
it.
Never did it again, and it bums me out.
He did it.
And to see Final Fantasy's take with a much better crafting system would be very cool.
Finish him off. Yes.
I mean, you could tie all kinds of things behind it. You could give people faster mount speeds in the zones if they turn in X number. You could, because none of that matters. None of that is game breaking.
I have not.
And if as long as they just have to turn in the items, then they can always just buy the items from somebody that's willing to do it if they don't want to level their own crafter.
he's robbing me.
That way, like, say it's turn in 10
Res
to
me,
get this
please.
benefit, and I turn in my 10, and that's really the only thing I want as a crafter. It gives me a reason as a crafter to keep taking part in the event, because I just make a ton of money. And it would breathe a lot of life into old materials, because you'd have a, like, today's quest would be, it'd be Grand Company supply and provisioning missions that call for a lot of old stuff in huge quantities. You know, like we need 1,000 copper chest plates, and it's like, where the hell are we gonna get that? So don't just center it on current endgame. Call on crafters of all levels. That way you need, we need these hides that are gathered from, I don't know, corals between level 25 and 35.
I've chased him and gotten hit by that gas mine.
I think they would work really well for non-crafters as well, especially for like for myself. Anytime I have my inventory is always getting filled up with crafting mats I don't use, it's always a hassle just to throw them away. But if I know, like, hey, you know, we need this to help with X or Y or Z, I'll be holding on to it and handing it over to the crafter so they can actually work, rather than just trashing it to free up inventory space.
Right. All of a sudden you breathe value into the game for every item, and center it on all the items that don't currently have value. So if you could set up a quest that takes like beast skin blood, like right now beast skin blood is just worthless. So create a trade-in for that. Like, just breathe value into the game for all the items that currently just trade at vendor price or below vendor price. The stuff that already has value can be left alone. It has value. This is an opportunity to deal in all the other items. But those are my thoughts. I mean, they'll do what they'll do. We'll just have to see. But I'm leveling up my crafters.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why, because I really don't have any other jobs to level right now besides finishing off the blue spell book or the current cap. But that's one of the main reasons why I'm leveling my other 2 gatherers, just because it's just like I already have mining at 70. I might as well get my fishing and botany up there as well too.
Yeah.
Looking for a weapon. Found a helmet.
I leveled up.
Boom, boom, boom.
You know one thing, Thavnarian onions have primarily plummeted in price.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They were way
They
up.
were going for 600,000 the one time I checked when the blue thing was still going on, and then when I just checked it the other day, they dropped to like 200,000.
Oh, man.
They were 200 before. They went right back to where they were. All right.
See if I can get some better gear. Come on, jump it up. Oh, the wingman? Hell yeah.
I should probably at least eat food. Make sure I can't put on better gear. I can put on better gear. Beautiful.
There's a total of 6 horses?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just missing
Oh, Hemlock.
Ramus.
Okay. Yeah, I paid like 900 for mine. For my onion. While the Blue Mage was live. And I knew I was getting ripped off. I mean, you could see it in the history. But I also gained like an entire level on my Chocobo from doing it, so it is what it is. I don't have any use for money, so I don't take it personally. If the guy wanted to make money, make your money. It was brilliant.
You do not have any healing. Headgum.
I mean, if I'd thought of it, I would have done it. I do not get frustrated at all.
Headgummit.
I think this might be my last crafter below 50. Do I just have to have them at 50 to repair my own gear? Or is it 60? Your bird is at 16. Yeah, I don't
What? Stop moving,
see
ring.
the need quite yet. Oh, I think I missed one. The beauty of the macros, it would never miss.
That was close. I saw you chasing that ring for like
Dude,
a mile.
man, this whole thing is just me chasing the ring. And is it gonna heal me anymore? Heal me some more. Heal me some more. No, alright, fine. Alright.
I'm getting 15,000 experience out of 467,000 every single cobalt ingot, and they're selling for a profit right now.
Nice.
Ridiculous. I'll probably just get to 48 and then call it a day on Final Fantasy, and then go wrap up
Hear him to the right.
my Warcraft stuff.
Now, if I remember correctly, you are not playing WoW Classic this summer, correct?
Oh, I don't know. I'm really excited about what they're doing with it. I just don't know where it fits
Conceptually,
in my life.
it's definitely exciting.
Oh, it's an intriguing concept, and they're doing just a brilliant job being respectful of it, and I'm unbelievably impressed with how they're handling it.
Personally, I can't wait for it because I never got to play WoW back in like its heyday. So this is just like for me to be able to step back in time and kind of get a glimpse of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it changed the way we viewed MMOs. It was so different than everything else at the time. It just turned everything on its head. People ask why it was graphically not very realistic. It was this very like cartoony style, and one of the reasons was that at the time it came out, there were already realistic looking like that was the style they were going for, and they wanted something that looked and felt different from the moment you looked at the screen. And they've stuck to it. I mean, it's still like there are like ultra high res textures and stuff in the game, and so you can play with it on 4K screens and play with it beautiful, and it's still a very like Borderlands cel shaded cartoony kind of style compared to like 14.
Far better than I ever thought it would.
Oh,
when first cel shaded first came out, I was like, this does not look great. But then over time, it's aged incredibly well.
Yeah, Jet Set Radio on the Dreamcast, one of the precursors, still looks amazing to this day.
Even Wind Waker on GameCube still looks freaking fantastic.
What's up, Sevi? Am I subscribed to PewDiePie? I am.
Yep.
I maintain I have over 100 subscriptions.
And Julie,
and
my
they
wife
range
and I,
from people that I watch every video.
A lot of his content lately.
They range from like people who I watch every video to people who like I just go to them for specific things, to people who I watch everything within like a certain playlist, to people I watch only when like my wife and I are watching stuff together, to just other creators that like I have respect for what they're doing, so maybe their content doesn't target me directly. So like I don't get a lot of entertainment value out of it, but I appreciate either the way they edit or the way they interact with their community, and so just as a creator, like I like to just be aware of what they're doing because I just take
2 other squads left.
So it's a big list. I subscribe to a huge number of people. There we go. I mean, subscriptions are free, so it's easy to.
Why are we going that way?
Just say, hey, yeah, put this on my homepage. I view it like thumbsing up on Pandora. Like I want my homepage to be these sorts of things. So anybody I can find that's putting out that sort of content, throw it in there. I even subscribe to a few people that just for long form content. So like I hardly ever watch them unless I have like hours and hours, and all they do is they like do let's plays that are hour and a half long. So it's several months between times when I watch them, and then I'll be sitting at home alone and I just want something on the TV in the background while I'm cleaning or whatever, and I'll just throw them up and they'll be doing like a farming simulator or something. There we go. So I don't think most of PewDiePie's content targets my demographic, but he has done
Champion
a lot
is down.
for the platform.
Two squads left. We're the last squad standing, boys.
All right. Makes me wonder how many levels I could get off this cobalt. I mean, this is ultimately like 10,000 in cost, and I'm going to sell it for a profit. But even if I just were to delete these items, 10,000 in cost to gain 2 levels would already be a bargain.
I think everybody's going to be hunkered down.
There we go.
Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. Ring closing.
Gosh, 16,895 experience. Ridiculous. It's so much. It's just so much. For the fact that I'm making an ingot. Oh, this one's gonna be high quality. It is 100% chance of being high quality. Crazy. Ding, ding, ding. What's going on, Tac? All right. 17,000 experience. It's going up. Why is it going up? I guess because it was at 100%, so you get a bonus for how far you get that. Yeah, that pushed it back down to 15. Crazy. I was just cleaning out my market board stuff and cleaning out my auction house stuff. So I finished up everything for a while. So I need to go generate some more items. So I need to go do some weekly lockouts of old raids and stuff, and dungeons. And then in Final Fantasy, I was just clearing out some stuff and leveling up my armor one more time, and I'll be done with it for the day. I got all my market boards where I want them. I'd like to fill these retainers up, but that's not something you do in one sitting. It's also relevant level, Emily. That makes sense. There it is, 100% again. This will be a big one. Boom, 17,000. I'm only short. I'm short less than 200,000. So if I can just do that, it's less than 10 more bars. At the rate I'm going. What's nice is once I get this to 50, like I free up a ton of armory space because this is my lowest crafter. I know Brian has to feel that way after finishing all the battle jobs, like that you just have so much armory space.
Yes! Number one! Oh, victory again, baby.
Did you win the whole thing?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm good at this game.
That's awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
Are you on a team?
Oh yeah, another champion.
Are you on a team or are you playing by yourself?
Well, it's all squad based, but so yeah, like I'm playing random matchmaking, etc. So.
Nice.
Oh man, that was intense. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Should be like 4 more crafts. And then I'm done with 14.
Oh gosh, so good. All right, time to go back in.
Is there a 14-15 crossover event? Yeah. Right in there, Brian?
Yep. April, baby.
It's coming up.
Oh, so close to 15.
Coming up. Emily says March.
No. I disagree.
Brian says no.
March is the part 2 of the story. And then April is the 15 crossover. And we don't know what is May and June. Oh, man.
Which they have to have something to announce it. Japanese fan fest, so like
yeah,
it makes sense that they haven't told us everything yet. All right, 1 or 2 more, depending on how these go here. Oh, she corrected herself. Woo. Chat lag.
Oh,
chat lag.
My heart, my pulse is good. Like I was.
All right. Oh, short by 3,000. All right, this one will do it for sure then.
Hey, Vigil. Not much, man. Just got my 4th victory in Apex. It sounds less impressive, but when you kind of couple it with like how many games I've actually played, it's a pretty good. I think it's a pretty good win rate for Battle Royale. Cool. That was my
Level
first
48.
healer win.
All right. Yeah, armor is level 48. That's my lowest. Cool.
So, downside is it's got, but it's no progression. So it's a free-to-play, squad-based battle royale game set in the Titanfall universe. So they dropped it out of nowhere so people couldn't hate on it before it came out. Be like, this game's gonna be crap, and then it's like,
super clever.
oh, it's smart. Like to the point where like I'm wondering if EA is gonna be like, yeah, let's totally keep doing that.
Not to mention all the other companies are going to try to do that strategy as well. I'm curious to see what we'll see this year.
You got to have the attitude that people have against EA, because that's essentially where it came from. Like you go look at just everything. People are like, okay, there we go, got a building here, give me a gun.
All right.
Gun.
Shut that off.
Come on,
Let's go run
send
some
it back.
old, let's
Doesn't
go
know
run some
good.
old stuff. We're gonna go run some old raids and
Serious?
dungeons. I got a little bit of time left, and I got some stuff I haven't locked out for the week. So I'll go run.
There we go.
I'm interested in just clearing kind of TBC dungeons. I think TBC dungeons are the best paced in my opinion. It's probably my favorite expansion. So that just sounds fun. Make sure my inventory has enough space.
Okay, got some weapons on me. Sounds like we got some fighting over here. Okay, what do we got? Where's my guys? They're with me here. So let's not force it.
Okay, it's left click to deposit that. Right click to sort. You can throw those in there. Okay. More than enough
shooting
space.
at? Tag them,
More
tag
than
them, tag
enough
them.
space. Those are trash.
Alright, well, I'm out for the night.
Night, Clank.
All right, catch you later, Clint.
Let's go to Grulls.
Tag them with the ping system. I don't know where you're aiming.
And we're doing it with all the things here. So part of the reason I'm running this is another thing for my 2019 goals is to have the total percentage of World of Warcraft at 55% on all the things. And it is at 46 right now. So 46% of everything that you can do or obtain as a druid in World of Warcraft I have done on this character. We are headed to... I guess I could do... I think Serpentine Cavern's going to take too long. So I'll probably skip SSC just because some of the fights are slow. Let's start at the south and then we'll work our way north. Because Grulls is all by itself. So I did all of Hellfire and I did all of Netherstorm.
Damn.
So we'll start with Black Temple. Yeah. I don't think Black Temple is going to generate a lot to sell on the market board, but I do think it'll generate a lot of items.
Shoot. Need some ammo.
I have 72 slots. That's what I'm willing to deal with. Which actually, like, these Elder Moonstones are trash.
Okay, cool.
They just literally don't have any value.
There we go. Boom. Goodness gracious.
Dark Moon ride tickets are trash. Briarback quills, like I have 250 in my bank, so those are trash. I don't even need the 250 I have. Party grenades are trash, but I'll hold on to them if I can because they're super funny.
Reminds me back when I first discovered engineering and WoW. Whenever someone leveled up, I just threw dynamite I made at them.
Oh man, the party grenades are so much fun. They just make everybody dance. So it's something that's fun to have when you're like killing time at an M+ and somebody has to take like a break or something to go get water. Just cause a dance party.
Where is it? There it is. Okay, cool.
I could see someone probably drop that in progression
Where's
rate.
the teammates banner? Oh, they're done.
I don't.
Okay.
I think a lot of that
Alright.
stuff's been disabled in like LFR and stuff because people were griefing with it. There are also like
Oh, nice.
toys and stuff where there's like a flute that I think you can play that does that. Flute. That makes critters join you. I don't know. I feel like one of the toys I have makes people dance too. Maybe it's a drum set.
I have a battery. I don't have a battery. Okay.
All right. Black
Love
Temple.
a battery.
Da da da. So I have 48% of all the items from Black Temple, so it's not all of them. And I'm not in Feral, I'm in Guardian Spec, but it'll be okay.
Oh, I'm down. Finish him. Finish him.
I don't think any of this stuff leashes, so I think I can pull it all to the first boss.
Did not have any shields.
Healers
There's
didn't
vendors
adjust.
throughout this, so if it doesn't let me mount, it's not a big deal.
Healers did not adjust.
This is one of my favorite things to do with spare time in WoW. That like I'm really excited that playing regularly when I have time to go do this, it's just so rewarding. I don't know why, it just feels good to come back, and I think all the things makes it a lot more enjoyable. I would love to have an all the things in 14.
So what? Tell me what all the things is.
So all the things is an add-on that basically tells me what I do and don't have, and then so because their transmog system, their glamour system, allows you to every time you gain a item, it's yours forever and ever, visually. So there's no limit, unlike your dresser. So you can try to collect every appearance in the game, and all the things tells you which ones you're missing.
Okay.
So
Oh, so it's like a completionist for glam.
it is
I
a
would
completionist
100%
for
be
glamour.
behind that.
So I have 48% of the glamour that you can get from this raid as a druid. I know this is like visually a lot to look at, guys. All right, let's clear it. Let's cause some lag. All right, first boss is down. We're gaining all the things. Oh, and that noise means we gained something new. We gained a new shoulder appearance.
Congrats.
Cool. And then we found boots. So if there'd been a hunter here, they would have gained a foot appearance. But I didn't mean to do that. On to the next boss. So that pushes me to 51%.
Nice.
Just like that. So the way their transmog system works, and it's something that I think the glamour system could really benefit from, is they constantly are like, oh, it's like server space and all this to like increase the dresser size. Well, don't make it that. Basically make it binary. So there's 637 different appearances for chests in the game, and just run my character against an index and everything is true false. I have this one, I don't have this one, I have this one, I don't have this one. And so effectively I can pull up this menu, and within helms there's 474 helms that a druid is allowed to equip in the game visually. Now some of these helms have multiple sources because the skin is used multiple times, and some are only used once. So, like, if you get something from, like, an extreme trial, that might be the only time you get that skin in the game. But if it just drops off of, like, stuff in a Zeem step, it might drop off of also stuff in, like, Ruby C. Because there's no reason to sit here and make an unlimited number of, like, basic items. And so you just go in there and just say, like, here they are. And you can just jump through them. And these are all the ones I have. And then when you get back here, it tells you these are the ones I don't have. So this comes from a vendor. There's 4 items in the game that offer this. All I have to do is go to a vendor and buy one of those 4 items. This comes from a quest, but also there's a vendor that sells it if I don't want to complete that quest for the same appearance. You'd like primal or trimal themed armor in 14? I mean, they theme stuff now, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
they've had the primal theme armor.
All right. Go, go, go. Thankfully, as a druid, I can break out of all their CC, or this would be a terribly annoying place to be.
Do you break out of CC just by shapeshifting?
Uh-huh. Shapeshift
Nice.
automatically breaks CCs. There might be some boss CCs that obviously can break that, because when you design a boss, you have to think of all that, but... And like as a tank, you have to be careful breaking it that way, because you lose all your tankiness. So if you get hit while you're doing it, if you get hit during those global cooldowns, you're toast. Because bear form is what modifies your stats.
They're a little, little jaggy right now.
I like that though, because that's a nice risk-reward system.
But for all your casters and stuff, yeah, they just hop right in and out. Nothing new. Any other loot? Right here. Sweet. I don't think Mark of Illidari's have any value right now. I think they're just trash.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 15 silver.
Alright, there we go. I thought I got more kills than that, but oh well.
Got some greens to sell. Greens from here are selling at 200 a piece. That's not great. Some of the stuff I was finding in the Hellfire Peninsula dungeons were selling for like 2 or 3 grand a piece, which is great. It's wonderful. Let's go kill us a boss. This was such a good dungeon back in the day. This raid was intense.
I hadn't been on Twitch in a while, might as well.
Tell Monty B.
Yeah. What a shocker.
I can take. Oh. Ooh, what did I get? I got plate gloves and boots I already had. I was like, I got a epic drop. That was exciting. There's 2 epic drops I need that just drop off trash here. Don't remember how to summon this. I feel like there's a trick to it. You just keep clearing stuff. It may open itself up. It's been a long time since I've been here. And back then I was not a raid lead, so I just followed. I was a DPS captain, so I just needed to know where a ranged DPS needed to stand. Officer, I think was the word. And I was responsible for keeping track of, like, when we were building like resistance sets in Serpent's Cavern and all that, like keeping track of what we had and giving out basically DKP for people that contributed. Ooh, man. This big guy's not happy.
Right into market.
He's got a stun, too.
People are already on the ground. People are already on the ground. Okay. It's not going to be well received.
Yeah, I feel like I skipped stuff down there, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We picked up something.
Real chilly. Thank you so much for the Twitch stuff, dude.
That's strange. Just got 2 comms as a Dragoon.
Ooh.
There we go. 2 comms as a Dragoon, man. That's a...
And I wasn't even taking the floor. Like, what the heck?
Probably why.
Alright, we built up enough stuff here. This is starting to stun lock me.
Where are you?
I can't see anything.
Dadgummit. Okay.
Oop, got a shield. What's that worth? Anything? I could turn on Loot Appraiser, I guess. So Loot Appraiser keeps a running total of how much money you've made in market value for that session and breaks it down into gold per hour. So we will start it now, even though it's not going to factor for anything I just got. So we've made 312 gold since halfway through that. So it looks at my market behavior. So it pairs with the thing that I use to list all my options.
Dadgummit. Oh, come on. Yes. Way to knock him down. Just get the other one. Doing great.
Still
I'm excited. Thursday night Anthem. Real progress.
Yep.
Oh man, squad got knocked out. No kills. Did a lot of damage though. Jeez.
Anthem took me by surprise as being as an interceptor main. I almost want to map my melee button to the left mouse click instead of my primary fire.
Right? Yeah, like it'd be cool if you could actually do like various mapping by like Javelin and be like, okay, this maybe we'll see mods and stuff like that.
That'd be really nice.
Let's see here. Do I have enough?
I think that's why I'm taking to Anthem more than most of the other looter shooters, is because it's based more around your excuse me, my throat.
You're good.
It's based more around your abilities rather than your, as far as against damage modifiers.
Okay. Oh,
a challenge mode or a new achievement system for the old primals? Yeah, I mean they could definitely go back and have like historically popular sets that maybe were never put in game done that way. Okay, so I'm starting to run low on space, so let me just clear out some of this soulbound stuff.
Oh, nice, man. Thank you very much. You're so kind. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Soulbound. Soulbound. I mean, these are selling for 23 gold a piece, so. Most importantly, it gives me my space back. Alright. Good enough. What are you doing, buddy? Come here. Ooh, Mark Villadari. And the glamour armors from Primals could be available for all classes. Yeah. Depending on what they were. So like in WoW, there's stuff that everybody can wear, and then there's stuff that's class specific, and then there's stuff that's armor specific. So like leather. So for example, like druids and rogues share leather, even though we're very different than rogues. So depending on the type, that determines who can wear it. So they could definitely go in and say, okay, this is a historic white mage set, so only white mages are going to wear it, but this is a caster piece, and then this is, and let people kind of mix and match as the rules allow. Did that not pull them?
Oh, sad day, Chili.
I ran right through them. Man. Come here. Grab all this. There's a Night Lord back here. Can't see if that's... I don't remember if I go up first or if I come through this door first. We'll see what this does. This seems right. Yeah, this seems right. Could be wrong. Could be lost. As long as things are dying, it doesn't matter.
From which direction? Wow, that's quick.
Man, this is starting to slow me down here. Let's just murder a bunch of it. Those guys can keep shooting me if they want to. I can't tell if I have that appearance or not because I'm in combat. Let's get out of combat because I gained some stuff. Gained some hands. Gained some feet. Gained some wrists. Okay, we out of combat? Yes. Collected, collected, collected. Nothing new. Boo. Alright. Oh, and a helm plate. Alright. Still at 51%. Even if I only gain one item this week, that's still okay. I mean, there's only 98 items in this dungeon for druids.
Only 98.
I have gained 50 of them. I mean, you wouldn't have wanted all 98 back in the day. Like, some of them were suboptimal or were good for somebody else.
I can't go
So what's probably your favorite dungeon or raid that you remember?
I really liked Girl's Lair. It was just like a single like trial fight. It was short, to the point. Karazhan, I feel like TBC in general. Lich King had some good raids, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Burning Crusade, the expansion I'm running right now. This raid's up there. I think it was also just a good time in my life. Like, I was in undergrad. I hadn't yet taken on a lot of my really demanding undergrad courses, so I had time. So I was able
It's like
to
where the
play
most
a
memories are
lot.
made. Yeah.
Come on. I mean, the thing about glow effects is, like, once you put them in the game, you can't take them out. So, like, I know people ask for glow effects a lot, but, like, when you're standing around in the city in WoW, everybody glows. Everybody that wants to glow, glows. So, like, there's something nice about them being careful. I would love to see the Savage version of gear glow and the non-Savage version not glow. And don't allow it to be glamour plated on with the glow. If it's glamour plated on, it loses the glow. And so that just gives Savage Raiders a unique ability for the duration of time that gear is relevant. Ooh, new boots. All right. And a pet that I already have. A fragment of anger. Cool. New boots. So that should put me to 51. We're going to cause a little bit of a lag spike here.
All right.
Just as a way of thanking them, I think that those players work really hard to clear that, and having something for them, I think would be really cool. It's not me, but that'd be okay. There we go. Lag spike's over. Told to recalculate. It still says 50 of 98. But I got new boots. Maybe I already had a version of those boots, and they were just... wasn't a totally new appearance, but just a new item. If so, why'd it make the noise? Oh, those are soulbounds. Get that out of here. Try to keep that stuff at bay. Hey, we're up to 5,000 gold made just since I started tracking that. Yeah, I ran 2 raids and 3 dungeons last night. It made like 140,000 because I got 2 recipes, super rare recipes, which was super cool. I kept one of them, so like that was the amount of value I generated. But then I just used the recipe.
What was the recipe for?
An old crafted item, but the recipe was really hard to come by then, and now nobody farms for it, so it's an incredibly low drop rate in content that nobody runs.
Oh, nice.
So it was to make an item that has a cool appearance, so basically it crafts an item that people would use for glamour, so the recipe has value because it's an investment.
Come on! Slow shotgun. I got hit him just dead on twice.
Okay, this knockback, not okay. You're gonna die for that.
Oh, let me hang in FVR. Because he's hunting.
There we go. Knockback, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Alright. Problem is all these gems, they just aren't worth anything. And they're all... like, you build up so many of them and they sell for silver. Ugh. Ooh, what'd I get? So I got a pattern. Oh, this pattern's too common. Sells for 20 gold. Never mind. But my leather worker doesn't have it, so I'll just send it over to him.
Right.
And he dropped a mail chest piece, which doesn't help me. I can't wear mail. And he dropped a dagger that I already had the appearance for. Next. That's Alexander. Welcome to the workforce. That's the problem with like, I have 48 items to go, but it's each week I'm gonna have less and less of a chance of It's gonna get to the where like you only need one of the bosses. How do I get back home? Is it here? This seems right. There it is. Maybe? How do I get out of here? Don't remember how I got in here. Might be right there. There it is. There's the door. What's up, Chili? Yeah, so yeah, we're talking about 14 and WoW tonight, so I'm using the terms all interchangeably. So Savage is 14, yes.
Bummer.
So we're talking about how there aren't that many like glow effects and so it would be cool if Savage Raiders in 14 got glow effects for the Savage eye level gear. If you got the gear while the content was relevant, that gear glowed. But then if you glamour plated that on, you lost the glow. Like it's only good for that period in time. I'm missing a step. Oh, the boss is up. That's why. Maybe? Oh, there's a vendor over here. Thank goodness. I knew there's somewhere on around here. Great. Agents and a quartermaster. Beautiful. Take all my stuff, man. It says he sells something that I want? Not yet, you don't.
Let's see here if it recovers me.
This is not the character I rated this on, so I don't have any rep. Alright. The trout can go... I don't think these are worth selling, and I don't have a jewel crafter, so let's just sell all the gems. Okay. There we go. Perfect. You love primal armor. You have Ifrit's horns. Yeah, like if you did the event, I think it should glow if you have it equipped. But like if you glamour it onto new gear, the only way to be glowing in current tier should be to be in the best of current tier. Now if you want to wear like the old gear in town, then wear it, you know. Or if you want to equip your retainer with it or something. Like it'll glow, but the glow doesn't transfer with glamour. Alright, Akama. I'm with you. Let's do this. The Hydatos glowy relic gear is coming soon. I am not I'm not caught up enough in Eureka to go into Hydatos.
I just can't justify the time.
Yeah.
Like it's just like if it's kind of gonna be completely irrelevant.
Everything's dead. And that's all dead. What else you got?
Alright. Do not
That's
like
all
that
dead.
little hand shotgun. It does not put out enough damage.
Okay. So I got another pattern, which is also not worth anything. And no new glamour. No new transmog. It'll be best in slot till the expansion. Yeah, but that's like the most worthless window to be best in slot in the game. It'll be best in slot during the
It's-
only time in the game when gearing doesn't really matter, because the moment the expansion drops, you're just gonna get replaced with quest gear.
The only benefit is I could see it easy to help for a hot swap, but as like my main, that's what I had. Like coming back, it's like, oh man.
If your plan is to like try to be world first level cap, then you have to be best in slot going to the expansion. But since they don't reward that, I don't know that anybody really tracks that. I mean, technically on the website it says the day that you hit it because it's an achievement, but like that's everybody who hits that calendar day. It doesn't say who hit it first. This should be a lot of cloth. One more round of lovely ladies. Here we go. Oh, and one guy. And down they go. Only 17 cloth from all that. Ooh, another pattern. This one is worth... It's not collected and it's soul-bound. Oh, I bet that's hard to get by the fact that that's soul-bound. Oh, maybe it's not, but that'd be a bummer because I'm not on the character that can use it. Alright. Oh, that just hurts. Let's go put that up here so I remember to vendor it. Next chance I get. Okay. Onward. Up the stairs. Yeah, around level 5 or 6 in the new expansion, things typically kind of wear off. So if it takes you 2 hours per level, then you're 8 to 10 hours into the expansion, it's gone. And there's a chance you level faster than that. Okay. I don't think that stuff carries any value. Why is that worth something? That's worth 443 gold? I don't know. That's weird. Doesn't have an appearance, so I don't know why it would be worth more. What about the ring? Yeah, the ring's worth 400 gold too. Alright. Up to 7,000. Thanks for hanging out, Chili. Have a good night.
Yeah, Chili, have a good one, man. Thank
See
you
you
so
later.
much.
You made the lamp jump into Kugane tonight? That's huge. I tried it for a silly number of hours, and I do not have the skill to do it. It's not something I possess. I can get close. I'm like the top 2 jumps away. But when you miss them and you fall down more than 1 step worth, it's just, ugh. And then from there you have to make the jump out into the lamp itself, and that just seems like a gut-wrenching moment.
Okay, I guess we're going this way.
If you can do it. Emily, I think there's lots of things you can do that I cannot. You have a level of patience that I admire. Alright. Oh, and everything dies. Well, everything that got hit by it. And one more round. Swipe. Everything's dead. Oh gosh. We got lots there. So we got... Ooh. New shoulders! Nice. That's soulbound. And those are trash. And more... Oh, 68 gold for these plants. Ooh, something new, something new. A mace. Alright, alright. And another mace. What else you got? Okay, cool. Oh, I understand that you're blind, Emily. It doesn't mean I don't admire much of what you achieve and assume that I therefore can't do it. And did it on 3 characters. I will say that's less, like, once you do it once, it doesn't shock me when people are like, yeah, I did it more than once. Like, well, yeah. Once you can do something once, it gets a lot easier. I think with the sheer number of characters you've leveled, I think there's probably a level of comfort with just being in control of a character in the game that you have, regardless of sight, that makes things makes something like that feel like, okay, I can do this, and then really good. Like if I try to jump from like one of these little pillars in front of me to one of the other pillars, like there's these little rails on the stairs, I don't know exactly where my character is going to land. And for a jump puzzle, you need to know that. So you need to have a good feel for that. I don't know how you do it, but it doesn't surprise me that you can. It's you've told me a lot of the other things you do in game, and I find all those impressive too. So yeah, I think once you do it once, you probably know, okay, like, when they say stand on kind of the left side of this, they really mean, like, up against the left edge. Here, they don't mean that. Because each jump that I've done got a lot easier. I just can't get those last few. So, given enough time, I would probably get it. I just haven't put in the additional time and don't think that I will. But there was people at FanFest that did it in like 15 minutes and or less. Like they just sat down at the computer and just repeated it. It was crazy. It drops something. Dragon Scale Shield. Shield. Okay. I don't think druids can have shields, but let me make sure. It's getting late. Just want to be sure I'm thinking straight.
It is. It is getting late. We'll see if they res me. Call it.
Alright. Got a bow. I'm gonna finish this dungeon. That's for sure.
Squad eliminated. Alright, guys. That's all good. It's late. I'm gonna go get some sleep. Thanks, Chris, for hanging out. Thanks, stream on YouTube and Twitch. Appreciate y'all hanging out, being here.
Anytime. Thanks for hosting.
Bye, guys.
New stuff. Alright. See ya. Thanks for hanging out, Brian.
Hey, no problem. That was fun.
Got a trinket.
Big geek.
56% of the way done. That's exciting.
With the collection?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm ready. Let's go, Akama. I think I've only got one boss left, though, for the week. And then that'll be all I can get this week. The number of veiled crystals I'm at is ridiculous. I'm at 642 gold with them just from this run, and I made 25. I had 2,500 gold worth of them last night.
Jeez. So you're able to pay for your WoW subscription with just the token?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could. I'm between last night and tonight. I could probably make 150, 160,000 gold. So yeah, I guess I could pay my subscription between last night and tonight. But that's not what I'm gonna do. I'll keep the gold.
Oh yeah, I was just curious to like how much
Yes.
you could farm to pay for it.
Yeah. If you set aside a single long play session or 2 short play sessions a month, you'd have your subscription paid. The people I
That's
know
not
that
bad.
do it, that I have a few friends that what they do with it is they pay for alts. So like they pay $15 a month for their character, or 13 or whatever it is, and then they use the gold to keep alt accounts turned on. Because with alt accounts, there's some really cool like market stuff you can do and all that with the right add-ons, where you can really take it to another level by having multiple accounts logged on at the same time.
Oh, cool. So I don't know you could dual client with WoW. Like that was.
Oh yeah, you can multi-box with like 5 accounts at the same time, and things that are account wide, all 5 can be under the same like subscription tag, the same like master login on battle.net. And so when you get like an account wide item, it's across all of them. So you could run this dungeon with like 5 warlocks simultaneously. And each of them would be getting loot. So yep. Or like when people go do world events, they'll go do like the seasonal event. They'll do it multi-box with 5, and then they're getting 5 times the currency, the world event currency, and then the world event currency is like, okay, you got 50, tokens of January or whatever, and there's 5 items for sale that are 50 apiece. You're like, that's fine. I'll buy 1 on each of these characters, and then they all unlock on all of them. Oh, I'm still waiting on a comma. Forgot I got to talk to him again. This is such a dialogue heavy. This was probably one of the single coolest fights in all of World of Warcraft.
For mechanics, lore-wise, both?
Both. I mean, we're fighting Illidan.
Oh, nice.
And they made reference to it in Legion. And you came back and you fought it as Illidan. And you played against the raid group that got the world first clear. And you could see the character names and stuff.
That's awesome. I wish Final Fantasy XIV did something like that as like incentive.
So cool. It was so cool. So you like right now we believe Illidan's like such a dick, and then you play it from the other angle, and you're like, well, I mean, he's not totally a dick.
Shades of gray.
So you are not prepared. Oh, I am prepared. I know you have a lot of life, but I pushed.
Wait, so this is the raid in BC, right?
Yep.
Because remember, they took me back when I did play WoW, back in the Kata days. Like we went back and did this. I only remember, him because he has weapons, and I was a holy priest at the time. But I had no clue what was just going on. I was just kind of like following the group.
Yeah, everybody wanted those warglaives. Okay. Is this it, mortals? No, if you'd stop talking. If you'd stop putting on your plot armor, I would kill you right now. Their fury pales before mine, Illidan.
Looks like you're trying to give him a hug when you're frozen in that state. It's like, I know you've been through some tough times, man, but okay. Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that. That was good.
Alright. He's dead. He's dead. It is finished. You are beaten. Correct. Bear dancing.
Did the Warglaive still drop on this?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's still a full loot table. I don't know what I need from him as a druid. Let's scroll down and check in the list. Illidan, I need his chest, a staff, a dagger, a head, a back piece, and a music roll for my jukebox. It's basically an orchestral scroll.
Are those nukes? I don't remember having jukeboxes.
They added them in Draenor.
Oh, okay, that was after my
when they
time.
added player housing. Oh gosh, I got stuff.
Yeah, I played around the start of Kata and then halfway through Missa Pandaria.
Boom, 59%. Get out of my face. That's awesome. Okay. And a chess piece, yes.
Congrats.
What else we got? What else we got? Got a one-handed mace. Trinkets don't have appearances. Oh, and I got the music roll. All right.
What's the theme for? Is it for like the raid, or is it for his boss encounter?
I don't know. I played most of the game with music off, so.
Ah.
I don't like their music nearly as much as I do Final Fantasies. And I play Final Fantasies with it off sometimes.
Honestly, I can't remember a single like piece of music from WoW, which is why I was surprised when you said they had the jukebox. Not saying that WoW music is bad, just nothing stood out to me.
Yeah, I play Arrow Control too, One Unknown. I play on my PS4 with my keyboard. And actually, I don't play ASD. I play ESDF. So I don't play WASD. So this is my E key instead of my W key. And then I also don't play with my left and right don't turn me left and right. They strafe. So if I don't use my mouse, I have to stay facing the same direction. So my mouse changes my direction. So I'm aware that I'm a weirdo. All right. That's all of that. Let's go ahead and hearth out. Okay, so we finished another weekly lockout. And from that early point in the run, it says like 17,000, so it was maybe 20,000 gold for the run, so it's not a great moneymaker. Not to mention that if it was a great moneymaker, you can only do it once a week, so like, as opposed to finding a dungeon that pays out roughly the same amount. Let's first jump through a vendor. Vendor this, vendor this, vendor this, vendor this. Yeah, those are all not good for me. Okay. And then we mail all this stuff off. All these lovely green items. I don't care about collecting all the appearances for any class but Druid. Just because like the game gets too big if you start trying to collect all the appearances for all the things.
Understandable.
So like some of the stuff that says not collected, it's not collected for another class that I have access to. Okay. And then we do, I guess we'll keep these. Probably shouldn't have entered the other ones if I was going to do that. Wow, I got over a stack of netherweave. Cool. Ow.
Bless you.
Moments when you wish you had push to talk. Okay.
Unless you just quickly unplug the microphone and plug it back in, like, oh, sorry, technical issue.
And then leatherworking all goes to Quantania. Leatherworking, those were mostly for leatherworking if I remember correctly. And I don't have a blacksmith yet, so I've been storing all that stuff on Quandia, as well as my moats. Okay. Destroy this last piece of gear. Cool. Now we jump over and list all that. That was a lot of stuff. Even at 100 gold apiece, it shouldn't be hard to make 20 grand off that, and I don't think all of it was 100 gold apiece. The key to selling transmog glamour is that people aren't always out there looking for appearances they don't have. They kind of just go in and they're like, oh, I'm going to get a bunch. And so they do it kind of all at once. And so you have to just keep it listed for weeks on end. So the sale rates are really low on these items. So if you want to make money at it, the best thing you can do is don't just list 1 or 2 transmog items, but instead list hundreds and hundreds of transmog items. So you increase the likelihood that you come across something that somebody wants. And that when they want it, you're the lowest priced version of it.
That means you always have to come back and like double check to see if no one's underbidding you and whatnot.
Yeah, but auctions only last 48 hours.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, there's definitely, so there's a button in the add-on I use that allows you to do what's called like a rescan, and it goes through and it scans to see if any of your auctions are undercut and then offers to cancel them for you. That is a level
that's nice.
That's a level of care that I just don't have. Oh, 2 more things sold. See, so there's one. So coarse leather leggings of the Quick Blade is just sold for 500 gold. It's transmog only. I actually crafted that on my leatherworker for 136 gold worth of is the current price of the materials, and it sold for 499, and that's a profit of 363. I have my profit percentage set pretty high on what I'm willing to play with. I'm not willing to put a lot of money in unless it's going to really come back, because the stuff just, I mean, it could, I don't know how long I've had that item crafted. That could have taken me 45 days to sell. So if it's not going to quadruple in value, it's just not worth it. I don't have enough wealth that I'm willing to tie it up for small gains. You know, if you're like the equivalent of like a Chase Bank or a Wells Fargo in this game, which there are people that wealthy, then maybe you're willing to tie up millions of gold on a long-term 5% gain. But I'm looking more for big money. Big returns.
I have to be the same with that because I just don't have the patience to play the long game.
Oh, I'm a very poor player. The problem is every time I get value, every time I do something like I power level a profession. So like I was at 500,000 in November, and now I'm at 156. So I'll go blow like 300,000 or 400,000 all in one go, which is like blowing 3 to 6 million gil in Final Fantasy.
I'm just curious, like, what are you spending the gold on WoW? Because like, you don't have to. What's the word I'm looking for? You're not usually into transmog as much.
I power level my professions, so I go buy all my
gotcha.
ingredients and then push the levels up.
And which one you're doing? Armor and what else again? You can only have 2, right?
In so well, yes, but I have 5 characters.
Oh, okay.
So I have enchanting, mining, herbalism, skinning, leatherworking, tailoring, inscription, engineering. There's more. No, I have 4 characters. That's my 8. And then secondary professions, I have cooking at max, fishing at max. My archaeology's not caught up with recent expansions. First aid I had at max and then they got rid of it.
They got rid of that in Kata, didn't they?
No, they got rid of it this time. This time around.
Oh.
Yep, just went. Legion was your last chance to get your fishing or your first aid achievements. They are removed from the game. They put it all over the website. Do your first aid. We are getting rid of it.
We're going down to second aid.
All right. I think that's everything there. Gosh, I got a bunch of new gear this week, so my appearance looks ridiculous. My transmog's all fallen off because it's assigned to the individual items. So as I upgraded gear this week, I got like 3 or 4 new pieces. Yeah, I pushed my eye level up like 10 levels, which was wonderful, but now my gear makes me look like a hobo. Alright. Go fix my gear. Let's see if there's a transmog vendor up. That's it. I mean, I spend most of my time in shapeshift form, so it's not a huge deal. Oh, there's one. So
Sure.
people have these mounts that let you, like the transmog vendors on it. There we go. For 272 gold, I can fix it.
I remember the first time I saw it, I was just like, I need that mount next time I play WoW, because I transmog so much.
There. Now I look right. Much better. I was looking homeless.
I like those shoulder pads.
I don't remember what raid they're
The
from.
wings are a nice touch.
I don't remember what raid they're from. Actually, I don't know if that's the weapon I want. Can I change to my fist weapon? Really? I can't put my fists on? Boo. Alright.
I was really surprised if you could change the staff into fists.
Just for Guardian spec it'd be nice too. So my fist weapons make my bear form into a different bear.
Oh.
Because they're my class Mage Tower fists from last time. So it's basically like this. Picture like a masked festival, masked carnival for every class in the game. And if you complete it before the end of the expansion, you get this item that gives you like a alternate relic weapon appearance that's glamour only. And it's super ridiculous. And for druids, since we're in shapeshift form all the time, it changes our shapeshifts. So like
That's a nice touch.
The feral one makes you like this spectral blue cat. The Guardian one makes you into this like Yeti white bear. I didn't like the resto one, so I didn't get it. But I sat there and grinded out the ones I wanted.
I do kind of wish we had class halls in 14. I like just the concept of coming together, like, and meeting other people of your profession.
Some of them were hard. Some of them were real hard. So hopefully they bring like a Mage Tower type thing back into the game. That was really fun. Alright, I think that's it. Let's check on my all the things. So I was 46% before, and I'm 46% now, but I only have 448 more things until I'm at 47%. So I was at 500, so I picked up like 50 things over the last 24 hours. So, just keep at it. There are 63,638 things. That's everything like an achievement, a pet, a item appearance, a like new recipe that I can learn. It's a lot. So it counts literally like anything I could do on this character. So there's 63,638 things to do in the game, and then it breaks them down by category. And so like the appearances is a big piece of it, sure, but it's not the only thing.
Is there like a ranking for that add-on so you can kind of see like where you're at compared to like someone else?
No, not that I know of. And not to mention, like, you get to set on, like, filters. Like, I have turned off things that are no longer achievable. I have things turned off, like, if, so the number got smaller. And then I also have things turned off, like, if 2 items share an appearance, if I get the appearance once, I want it to count for both items. So I don't, like, if a helm that drops off of, like, you know, trash in RVC and a helm that drops off trash in Azim Steppe have the same appearance, I just want it to count that as one helm, and then if I get either one of them, we're good. So by turning off anything that's no longer achievable in the game and stuff like that, anything that's been removed, my percentage looks different than somebody that maybe has those settings configured a little bit differently.
Okay.
Because the guild I'm in, a lot of these people have been playing this game without taking breaks since 2004. So when we talk about all the things, a lot of them are like, no, I leave all that stuff turned on because my percentage goes up. And it's like, well, yeah, because you were here for all that stuff. But like this character didn't play TBC. This character didn't play Draenor. This character didn't play Legion until the very end, like the last 3 months maybe. So like this character has multiple expansions missing. And this character didn't play until halfway into vanilla because I was on my brother's account until toward the end of vanilla. So like I don't think this character ever raided in vanilla. I raided on my other druid. So when it comes to like achievements and stuff, this character is missing a lot of stuff. Alright. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Yeah, so professions, I have 70% of everything that can be done with the professions this character has. And a big piece of that's enchanting. Andrew, welcome to the workforce. So there's 1,200 enchanting things you can do in the game. And I have 912 of them. So this character's pretty well equipped. And most of the ones I don't have, I have on my hunter, who's my alliance character. Because the expansions that I didn't play on this character, I played on my hunter.
Do you just have your hunter as a one alliance character? Do you have any other alliance?
It's the only character I ever took seriously on alliance, yeah. Yeah, I rolled hunter for all of Burning Crusade. So right at the end of vanilla, going into Burning Crusade, and then I think I may have leveled it up in Lich King, but that's it. So it's probably sitting down at 70 or 80 or whatever that is. Maybe not. Maybe I just left it at 70. Yeah. That character also had a lot of my mounts. So since those are account wide, I know I've logged on since then to like get all my mounts back, because you had to learn all the mounts to put them in the new system. Because back then you kept items in your inventory.
At least it's account wide though, so that's nice. You don't have to like lose anything.
Yeah. Now, like some of them are bound to things like if they say alliance only, it's only shared among your alliance characters. So you can't like get in a character on your alliance and then it shares over to the horde side. So like all these gray wolves, these are horde only.
Yeah, I remember being hang on. I remember being a Draenei and always going to getting my reputation up with the humans because I wanted like their armored steed.
I got this mount. This is one of the rare ones from this this expansion.
The donkey.
It's a donkey.
I feel like you need to have a transmog that's all green, so you just be Shrek and donkey.
I love being a cow riding a donkey. There's some cool mounts. There's a new one that's 5 million gold. It's a Brontosaurus. It has an auction house vendor on it. I don't see any out here. Usually somebody's prancing around on it. I don't see it.
Well, that'll be useful when people are raiding the cities and they always kill the auction house.
I mean, now that you have like...
Do people still do that, actually?
Well, now you have PvE and PvP servers that you just hop between at your own pace. So, like, I'm on... Where do I see that? Up here? Right? Somewhere. Yeah, enlisted. So, like, I have war mode turned on. But I can go back to a capital city. I can go back to org and turn it off. And it pushes me to a PvE server. So I can hop back and forth. Like, so only my druid is on war mode. My other characters are all war mode off. Because my other characters I just do professions on. And the benefit of being in war mode is that artifact power, war resources, and gold from world quests is increased by 10%.
That's a nice incentive.
But it makes the world more dangerous. Because I can be attacked by other people. So.
I remember playing on PvP servers and always having like one eye on the minimap.
Yeah.
I don't remember how it was in WoW. There was another game where you could see like enemy people, like they have bead dots on the minimap. I don't know if WoW does that. It's been forever since.
So when I'm in cat form, I can track humanoids, but when you're on the main map, if in war mode, if you get like 5 or 10 kills or something in a row without being killed, you get flagged to the other faction, and the other faction gets additional honor for killing you, and then you get like a stat boost. So it's like 10% additional damage, but then like 10% additional damage taken or something like that. So you get easier to kill, but then you kill them. So it all, so like as you go on this killing spree, you get like this keep killing buff, but then it encourages them to kill you.
I like that.
So it's a neat
It's like a nice little
system.
bounty system.
Yeah, there's an achievement for PvP.
What's the cap on the buff? Is it like 25 stacks?
I don't know. Once you get to it, I think it's only like 5 or 10. Once you get to the cap, there's a, like, if you get a certain number of kills at the cap, you get a achievement for it. And the achievement gives you a title. And the title is, I have it. I was with a group of people, and they were, I get the title is the Alliance Slayer, the Horde Slayer.
Huh.
So I am Quandanu, the Alliance Slayer, and I have it equipped right now. Yeah, it's a neat title to get. I got it by, I got close to it by accident. I'd been marked for a while because I was in bear form and they were griefing. I was running with a shaman and a priest, and they were killing the shaman and the priest, and you can't kill a bear. And then they kept respawning and helping me, and then like my stack started to get really high, and they were like, you're getting close to the achievement, right? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I got it like 2 kills later. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, that achievement, we've been going for it. And I was like, oh, I wasn't trying for it, it just worked out.
It was kind of like a whoops. Oh, that happened.
There may not even it may be a feat of strength. It may not be something they expect people to do. With a bounty on your head while in war mode, get 10 honorable kills without dying. So you earn the bounty by getting a certain number of kills without dying, and then once the bounty's on your head, you get 10 additional honorable kills. And I'm pretty sure you have to get, I don't know if you have to get the killing blow or not. But that's easy enough. You can just kill steal it. And if you're with people that know you, they cut off at 5% and let your dot wipe them out.
True.
And I think that's it. Yep. Oh, I got a group. Man, I don't have that many feats of strength on this character. Did they remove the Raven Lord from the game? It said, that's now in my feat of strength. Obtain the Raven Lord from Sethic Halls. That'd be a bummer.
Our feats of strength achievements that are no longer able to be gotten.
They're no longer able to be gotten, or there's something they don't expect people to get.
Gotcha.
A lot of them are, like, you did something... So, like, I did a cross-game reward when Hearthstone first came out by raising my character's level to 20, and then it gave me a item in WoW and an achievement when Hearthstone first came out. So I have an achievement for that. So that that would have gone into the game as a feat of strength. But then they also do stuff like raid achievements that get removed, or like logged in during WoW's 8th anniversary, proud owner of the 2012 Winter Veil gift, proud owner of the 2008 Winter Veil gift, proud owner of the 2007 Winter Veil gift. So like a lot of this stuff is just like you would never be able to go back and get that. So
yeah, how to be there in that moment in time.
And then earn 9,000 achievement points. It's over 9,000, which that was hard back in the day. Now 9,000 achievement points doesn't mean a whole lot. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap up. Go get my pup tucked into bed, get him all set. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was a nice chill evening, nice easy way to wrap up the weekend. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Ravenlord's still there. You just no longer need the special item or a druid. Oh, yeah, you used to farm it as a druid. So that's why it was an achievement. Because you had to do it as a druid. And now that you don't. Man, it was such a pain to farm it back then. Well, thank you, Shadow. Cool. Well, thank you guys. Have a fantastic day. It was nice to just hang out with you guys. And maybe we'll do this more often when I just have a chill evening. We'll just go live and chat it up. See you guys later.
Thanks for listening.